one take. Dude, this is the real chain of events here. No pun intended.
Concentrating current. Software, is this how it all ends? 800 damage.
Oh my god! The second match is wirklich so nice.
Oh, that's really... No delays, no Sphere Karibos. Taz can Levica goes to the lane. Stickers takes it back.
Hello everyone. I hope the mic works fine. I hope everything is fine. I hope everything is working fine here. We are here, Bricks and Potatoes versus RAFFLESIA. What a match. What a match, right? Bricks and Potato, one of the well-known teams, Season 5 winner, and RAFFLESIA, former, I would say, Royal Card fighters for those who were there last season and the season before, but with a brand new roster and I do believe brand new motivation and goals for this season, so I can't wait to watch the match. Of course, I'm your host, Aankara. What can I say? I wasn't there for 2 years, wasn't streaming Team Wars. Well, I was slacking, obviously, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to have you guys back, and well, I'm not gonna be alone today. Of course, I'm gonna be joined by the boy, my boy, CosmicFlare. How are you doing, Cosmic?
Oh, hey, what's up, man? I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, dope. I can't wait for this match, man. I can't wait. Of course, guys, let me know if my voice is too loud, if Cosmic is too loud or not loud enough, because we're gonna have the music of Duel Links all stream long, is too loud or not. Let me know. But anyway, we are going into the first match.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see who they send in here. Looks like it's gonna be a Shizu versus a Shizu, so Magician, maybe some Shiranui action, but not too sure just yet. But looks like they're starting out with Garucius and Sin Mavis.
Yep. Oh, okay, that's a start.
Yeah, looks like we are starting out with Shiranui right now, so it looks like we're gonna see the No Mortals version.
Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty standard start, I'd say. Like, you know, Shiranui has like a lot of traps for a bit of everything, so you're not too worried. Like, you can send it against everything, sort of.
Yeah, essentially, with Shiranui, if you have one monster, you're practically guaranteed a tuner, no matter what the is, whether it's the actual tuner itself, the Solitaire, or the Squire. And we know all Shiranui start with a turn 1 Squire, so...
Oh, Dark Magician. And this is the moment you're sad for Garucius, because he's second. Oh, Dark Magician going second. Damn. But I mean, it's Shiranui, so it's fine. You can still go second and have a good run with Dark Magician here.
Yeah, like, Dark Magician, like, you already see that Garucius clearly is starting out with 2 parts of the combo, having the Navigate out here. So right now, things that Sid Mavis really need are a CC or something to deal with that circle, because we know that Navigation is so strong because it's able to special summon from the deck, and we know that Kaiku can really cook Shiranui, considering how the Spectral Sword effect won't pop off from the graveyard once Kaiku is brought out, so...
Nothing. Though we went up to the main phase, so apparently like Garucius doesn't want to do any early navigation to like you said, Kaiku for instance, and block the Spectral Sword from the grave. So does he have like another plan in head, or is he just waiting to manage, I would say, a more bigger threat, like a level 8 or level 10? We'll see.
Yeah. It's definitely the better approach here, because although the Spectral Sword effect is going off, this is going to really show Garucius' priority in terms of what he wants to stop and allow, and looks like he does allow this to go through.
Yep. And
unfortunately, since we're as spectators, we can't really read the delays too much, so I'm wondering if potentially the navigation, whatever back row, we know there's a Navi, it could potentially be dead here. which would be a little bit interesting here. So, but with 3 cards in hand, you'd hope not.
Yeah, I heavily doubt it.
Yeah.
But we'll see, we'll see. Like, I think here he still Grucius, if navigation is usable, of course, he's still in a pretty good spot. Because these 2 monsters that are on the field right now are not really big threats. Like, you are threatened by the level 8, and you're threatened by Sensaga, the level 10. The level 6 are okay for Dark Magician, clearly.
Yeah, honestly. If anything, I mean, with 2 back row, usually having 2,500 attack monsters, 2 level 6s, they typically don't threaten a lethal position. Like you said earlier, the level 6 and level 8 tend to be the bigger ones, so... Looks like
And
there
here
is
we go.
some delay. And there is a navigation, and looks like it was too much about that second. So, looks like we're going to see 1 Dark Magician in attack position. And he does... No illusion, interesting. I know that tends to be one of the more popular plays, especially since it has 2,500 defense, so it's not like any of these monsters. But he will be able to target and banish because of that circle. It looks like he opts for the back row.
Yep. And like I said, he's not really threatened by these monsters. It's fine. They are like same attack. He has 1 more back row, which could definitely be enough to manage the monsters, so he doesn't really need that. He's just gonna go for Floodgate. Floodgate, though, is only gonna Floodgate 1 of them.
Yeah. Which is honestly pretty unfortunate. So he hit the Phoenix Chain, which essentially was a dead card coming into this match, and Floodgate... It sucks to say, but he had to use it now based on the fact that if he chose not to and went to wait for a potentially another summon Dark Magician, it would have just died because the net...
Yeah.
With just that 1 targeting and then special summoning, he cleared his entire back row, and now he's in a crash or dash position unless he chooses to swing over that face down right now.
Yep. Yeah, he's swinging. Okay, so he's getting rid of 1. The question is he gonna crash? Because if he crashes, and let's say there's no second navigation or whatever, the navigation is the grave is as well dead, because no more DM on the field. And the crash goes through.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that's actually kind of, I guess, scary, is a second navigation, which I...
Well, I guess we can call this a rip.
Yeah, that's 100.
And no,
Kaiku
he had Kaiku. Okay, so he had Kaiku in deck. He was just waiting because he knew that he was using Kaiku turn before. Automatically, he would have had his monster dying, so no point in that. But here, I mean, yeah, 1 Kuribo is still fine.
Yeah, 1 Kuribo to stop it. But even then, it's very rip right now, considering how, unless...
Yeah.
Yeah, unless he draws another Squire Saga.
Yeah, and even you see like double circle. We've seen the curtain being top, like search and everything. And this attack going through means everything.
Yeah.
And this is lethal on the first game. And Grucius taking game 1.
Yeah. Grucius played that very, very well. Not overcommitting early, allowing his opponent to comfortably get off a player to ensure that that navigation banish was big. Very unfortunate for Sin Mavis because he really didn't have any outs to Grucius's back row. He needed something like a Cosmic Cyclone or even like a Ballista Squad just to help, get rid of what he had there. But it just wasn't enough, unfortunately, so...
Yeah, indeed. And the question now is, of course, that like players can replay their decks. I'm not totally sure, to be honest, that you want to send again Shiranui against this. But we'll see what they decide to do.
Shiranui definitely is awkward against Dark Magician, considering how they have constantly banishing and shutting down your back row. Like, Triple CC is nice plus Ballista Squads, but I think there's more viable options you can send in, so I wouldn't race the repeat here, especially this early on, if this was me.
Yeah, I feel like you want to keep the repeat for like a moment where it's like way more valuable, like, where you know that you really, really got unlucky on the matchup, and that's where you go for it.
Yeah, mid game is definitely more appropriate, but looks like there is a swap here. And looks like right now we do see Bandit Keith, so let's see some Thunder Dragons come out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I'm hoping that was a glitch.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll let you know, guys, what's happening.
Yeah.
Did a glitch. I can again spectate, so I'm assuming it's just a glitch, and
Yeah,
everything is fine.
Okay, yeah, it was just a glitch.
Yeah, okay. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm noticing on my end that I'm having some few drops with internet. No idea where it comes from, because my internet is fine. Well, I guess should be. So let me know if it's really bothering or not, and I'll try to fix it. But if it's fine, if it's only like a few drops here and there, I won't move anything, because don't want to break anything.
Yeah, I'm watching it on my end also. It's pretty clean to me, so.
Okay, cool. Nope. So DM going first. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what you want, and starting with Magician's Rod, I mean, it's cool though because it is Thunder Dragon. So I'd say out of all the decks in the meta versus Dark Magician, Thunder Dragon is probably the one who is like, okay, I can go turn 2, it's fine. Oh,
Yeah.
especially if you mill like this little glow up
Ooh.
bulb and a light monster, so we're getting close to already enough for a Legionnaire and stuff like this.
Yeah, honestly, we could potentially. I don't want to kind of coach or anything, but Thunder Dragons already have so many plays to deal with Dark Magician and just other things. Like, usually when you mill a glow up bulb and you see a roar, for me, I just think of, 6 + 1 is 7. Those are just two things I'm thinking right there. So he's just missing one small piece of this combo. He needs to really blow things away.
Yeah, the NA math right there. No, but yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the problem though is that if Kaiko is not in the hand, it can be annoying because he can summon him with navigation right there, and that could cause some big trouble, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Kai so tough to deal with, considering the fact that Legionnaire and the duos, etc., need to be able to do banishing from the graveyard, and without it, it's kind of like oof.
Oh, the Econ take. He's gonna take control of Kaiko. Okay, this is awesome. So he takes control of Kaiko, meaning that he won't have the problem of not being able to banish or whatever, and he now has 2 lights and 1 dark in the grave. So Legionnaire is ready, Duo Dragon is ready, basically everything is ready. Like, he can use everything.
Yeah, no, he essentially got all the pieces he needed. So, and now the question is really how aggressive Sin Mavis wants to get on this turn. Unfortunately, with 3 cards in hand, it's not the most, but we know that Thunder Dragons, with only a few pieces, they can, or even just 1 card, essentially can do such a big recovery.
Yep. Oh, definitely. And I mean, they also, like, even now that he has Bulb in the grave, so like synchros are possible. It really depends on what he has in hand. The thing is, now that he Econ took and everything, he really wants to go hard on it, I think, because Kaiko otherwise would just come back, and Legionnaire is out. Are we gonna see a Void Trap hole?
Oh yes, I have been seeing that tucked in as of late, so looks like there is a minor delay, and I'm not sure it's from the actual effect resolving currently, or if he's just thinking about that potential back end.
Okay, he's using Roar. The problem with this is that he is probably clogging his field by doing this.
Maybe. I think, because you have to understand, there still is the glow-up bulb in the graveyard. So he can, after getting these effect off, go into a synchro and get a little bit less clogged. But now it just depends on how aggressive Sin Mavis wants to go.
Yeah. The
Like,
thing is, he's also kind of planning against like a potential Void Trap hole, because here, if this goes through and there would have been like a Void Trap hole, then no Legionnaire, so he would have been able to go on to another synchro or something. Here, apparently the back row was nothing, but he needs to deal with the different monsters. I wonder if you don't want to get rid, not coaching by the way, but get rid of the Kaiku by crushing it.
Yeah, I can. Honestly, he's got a few options with that Kaiku if you think about it.
Yep.
So initially, that was my train of thought if that was even valuable. But also, Levianeer says you can target any card, so he could also just pop his own Kaiku right then.
Ooh.
But it looks like there was a Void Trap hole, and looks like he chose not to activate it.
Yeah, because I think he saw. Yeah, exactly. Kaiku crashing. I think Grucius saw because of course you get to use Roar, and then there's the Void Trapple thing. So Grucius saw the summoning of the monster with Roar, and he was like, okay, if I Void Trapple, I open myself to like a Hawk play or anything else. A Synchro play could be even worse for me because he could go like level 7 and stuff. So by not doing Void,
he would have just black rosed everything right there. So
and it was smart from Grucius not to clear the Levianeer.
Yeah.
Definitely smart. And here he goes for second navigation. I'm retarded, or did the TD player miss lethal?
So here's what, if you wanted lethal, here's what he could have done.
Yeah.
So he used the Econ, so he could have Levianeered, he could have hit that back row, and he could have hit the Kaiku, and then after that he could have went into the Synchro, go into the level 9. He could have hit the... No, Hawk would have special summoned, correct?
Yeah, no, Hawk would have special summon. The thing is
yeah, his board was too clogged, I think.
Yeah, the thing is...
lethal.
The thing is, if, like, what I'm reading in the chat is, if he could have went for that play, but then he would have needed to not use Roar effect, and as soon as Grucius would have seen that, he would have Void Trapple. So,
yeah.
And clear the entire board, minus Kaiku.
Yeah. Because, like, Vermilion would have been, like, decent, but even then, it's like, it wouldn't have done anything. Alright, so yeah, speaking of the Vermilion, yeah, here it's gonna come out now, it's gonna hit that dead navigation. If anything, if Grucius wanted to make that navigation live, if he doesn't have a Dark Petition in hand, you would assume he would have just potentially just crashed to a DM or two. And honestly, which would have been pretty decent, because that would have made no mortals live by the next turn. But even then, he clearly wasn't too confident in his hand.
Melody.
Now, does he choose to negate this? He does, because he does have 2 navigations in there. Now keep in mind, since one just went to the graveyard, only one of them is going to be live currently.
Yeah, navigation, of course, allowing him to go for gold sarcophagus. And this, though, won't be stopped.
Yeah, because now he's going to be able to add the duo, correct? Yes, he will.
Uh-oh.
And taking a look, one light, one dark duo is live right now.
Yep, and now he's of course getting the Hawk out of the way and the Levianeer, because there will be no mortal most likely next turn. Yeah. Oh wait, no, actually he doesn't need to. No, he won't, because he already has only 3,300. And yeah, definitely guys in the chat, nice coaching, especially when we say plays one turn after. But but yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Grucius definitely needs us, so does Sin Mavis.
Yeah.
Oh, and we are gonna see, actually, the No Mortal Can Resist on top of a curtain. That's gonna help a lot, combined with the circle.
So now my question is this, Grucius is already in a tough spot, so Aankara, if this was you, and you just ripped the curtain, what would you target here?
It really depends on what you have in hand. Don't target Roar, because it's just gonna float. I guess, yes. Is there any... Yeah, that's probably what I would have done, because no mortal is gonna... There is no tuner now for the Vermilion, so that's getting rid of. He has a set. Yeah, I think that's optimal.
Yeah. Honestly.
You don't want to proc Roar, and you know Vermilion is kind of dead now. Well, okay. There's that.
Yeah. So that was a nice rip from Sin Mavis. It just was so tough in the situation because, for one, you can't get over the Vermilion.
I was gonna say can't wait for this wall of D, but yeah, no, that's not enough.
Yeah, that's a yikes, man.
Yep.
Yeah, one card too late, but Sin Mavis just doing work here, bringing it back 1-1 with that Thunder Dragon matchup, playing it very, very well, especially on both ends there, honestly.
Yep, definitely. So 1-1, tying things up.
Yeah, no. That was actually a very good duel. Grucius not overcommitting to any plays, making the most usage out of everything. Like with the Void Trap one, not using it overly prompt, etc. Sin Mavis fighting through all of that back row and going correctly, not going overly aggressive to expend all his resources to attempt to do more damage as opposed to having true lethal like just now. Very, very good.
No, both nice plays for both players, and on top of that, I mean, like I said, Thunder Dragon was probably the one deck in this meta which is like kind of okay to go second against Dark Magician, because I mean, everything else usually struggle against that. You just get your main core combo card banished and then you're like in face. But this is not the case for Thunder.
Yeah, now remind me, Aankara, I believe you've been playing Thunder Dragons a little bit recently, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been playing Crystron's, Thunder Dragons, and recently DDD a ton.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think you said, remind me, I feel like you had that on your YouTube channel, or at least on your Twitter, correct? That you were like getting into it as of late?
Yeah. No,
Yeah, how do you
definitely.
feel about the deck? Like, what's your opinion on it? Are you a big fan of it? Do you enjoy it
About
heavily?
DDD, I'd say like it's a really good deck. Definitely to me, definitely tier worthy. I'm not even doubting this, to be honest. And the performance from Luke Tyler yesterday, going top 8 in the battle phase, just shows it. On top of that, I mean, he actually lost to an actual bug, so doesn't help. Konami bug or whatever. I accept if someone find the reasoning behind the thing that happened. Not gonna go into detail about that, but normally it's a bug. Anyway, it's a really cool deck. The balance version, of course, from Luke Tyler is pretty much optimized. The non-balance, like normal, baggy sleeve, grit, I don't know yet, version is yet to be optimized, but the deck has an awesome potential, and it's in my opinion the only deck from the new box that has any potential to be tiered, but it definitely deserves to be.
Alright, well, there you guys have it. You guys have a full breakdown on DVDs. Maybe I'll invest it now because I trust you, so.
Yeah, and on top of that, the balance version only needs 2 slimes, so you don't need 3 of the UR, which actually is pretty cool. And the balance
That's nice.
version for now is the one performing the best. I still have no idea how Luke does it, but Luke playing balance is a different animal, you know that. So
Oh, yeah. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna get into a Thunder Dragon mirror match, and taking a look here, I see that Sin Mavis got fortunate cards. He milled 2 Dragon Hawks off the rip and 1 of his Sphere Karibos. I mean, that's pretty unoptimal going first. Like, although he,
I mean,
like,
the thing is, you definitely don't want to just set and pass on your first turn versus Thunder Dragons, but we have to keep in mind that Thunder Dragons run a ton of hand traps. Here, Sin Mavis has like a 26-30 card deck, so probably Karibos, potentially Vajras, we don't know, but there are high chances that the OTK is not possible this turn just because of hand traps, and again, baggy sleeves then. So I think both players are pretty much going to slow play here, except if maybe they can only do that, right? But even
Yeah.
Grucius is definitely not going too much on the aggressive.
yeah, no, with baggy sleeves and Thunder Dragons, you can already kind of draw your deck out. Great recovery you're already getting on top of it. But within the mirror match, it's very hard to push. Like the previous game, we did see cards like Vaj and whatnot coming out from Sin Mavis, so I expect to see more of those hand traps that you just mentioned. The real thing that's going to be difficult is the fact that we don't know what Grucius is running. So although we know that as a set level 5 or higher monster, because he just tribute set it, even then with his Raikou set, is it going to be enough to push through?
The Raikou, nice.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
it's gonna
Raikou who's-
destroy 1 card on the field and mill 3 cards.
Yeah.
well, the distraction is of course gonna go on a roar, which is not optimal, but
Yeah. So right now, currently, he was able to add that Dragon Roar, and since that was another set Dragon Dark, that's pretty unfortunate, because you would have wanted that to be potentially a Dragon Roar as opposed to a Dragon Dark that was just set there. So, floating already is rather limited if he doesn't have something like a hero himself in order to really be protected, at least from what could be potential lethal.
yeah, well, at least now, if he needed fuel in his graveyard, he does have it. He has one Raiden, one Roar, and one Hawk, so Sin Mavis can go into pretty much everything now. Question is, does he want to? Of course, because like I said, Corusca's 5 cards in hand, we only know one of them. Oh, well, 2 of them actually, but most likely they are like hand traps as well. So we'll see how it goes. I feel like both players really don't want to commit here. Okay, never mind.
So he goes into the Levianeer, so I mean, I'm assuming there's just no effect that's gonna happen here, right? Like, he's not crazy.
No, I mean, the only way I would see an effect is like you try to discard one, like send back to the deck one of the hand traps, and then you would go into a synchro, but there are no synchros in the grave, so no tuner in the grave. I don't know. Kind of like it because I literally said both players don't want to go aggressive, and then I see a Levianeer on an empty board. So
yeah, I know, I agree. It looks like he must not be too hot with this hand here because he's opting to go into the Dragon Duo or addition to hand, and he's going for the shuffle also. So it looks like right now he's looking to get something a little better, potentially looking for those Karibos that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, most likely, and we're gonna see the Dragon Duo. So there is OTK potential on the board. There are 2 hand traps needed to survive this.
Yeah. Instant delay.
Yeah. Okay, hi Vajra, yeah. It's not actually... Why would you attack with the only one that cannot push through Vajra first?
Yeah, that was pretty...
Because now there's no lethal with just 1 hand trap, so... I probably would have attacked with like Levianeer first to clear whatever. If there's a Kuribo as well, it doesn't change anything. The problem is now there's not even a need to use Kuribo. So this could be a toggle off.
And you see how it either I don't know if he just toggled off at the end, but you saw how smooth that Dragon Duel just went through. So I don't think there was a Kuribo in there.
Yeah,
so I think essentially he did just blow lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm seeing in chat some people were talking about potentially could have had an econ. We know that Sin Mavis is running it. We saw it previously in the last game, which could have been nice, but even then, I still don't think that was the correct order. I still would have went either with the Duo or the Levianeer first. Because no matter what, the most they would have done is Kuribo to you.
I mean, anyway, in most cases in Yu-Gi-Oh, I'd say you want to attack with the bigger monster first. Except in really specific situation in Duel Links, because you don't want to, like, I don't know, you don't want to attack with a monster that has more than 2000 because you don't want to proc D-draw or something like this. But otherwise, usually, especially in the empty field, you just want to attack with the big monster. Because if they use anything, usually if it's a Vajra, you can deal with it. If it's a Kuribo anyway, they're going to use it on your big monster first. So you can then know if you want to attack or keep attacking or not, whatever. So usually attack with the bigger ones is better. Oh, hi.
Yeah,
you want to Levianeer? We're gonna Levianeer.
Yeah, and looking like right now, Sin Mavis might be getting punished for allowing Garusas to live that turn, unfortunately, here. Because we see Levianeer coming off. We see the Dragon Hawk being added to the hand. Gonna target that Levianeer. Most likely the Duo also does hit the Duo. So now he just has the only Dragon Dark right now, so... we have to see what Lucius this turn, because he did use his effect, but we are going to see it can distribute over with that Dragon River right now, so yeah, we're going to see the Duo come out also, so this could be a very big punish coming out right now.
Yeah, and definitely yeah. And it's saying I've heard of Gores, but yeah, not Duel Links. But yeah, indeed. Okay, in the TCG, correction, in the TCG, you don't want to attack with the bigger one first. Because gores, yes. Well, definitely Andy. But other than that, yeah, like he's definitely regretting here the OTK missed, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. He has a Kariba in the graveyard, yes, and look at Bandikeith's face, yes, definitely.
Yeah, no, there's only one single Kariba that was milled from Sen Mavis, and it currently is banished right now. But there's that delay coming out, so.
Yep, and Karibo. Okay. So, Bag Sleeve, 400 life points to 900 life points. Interesting.
Yeah. Now, honestly, for Sen Mavis, even though he was able to live that turn, it's actually pretty tough for him still when you think about it. You know,
what you said? Sorry, didn't hear, Cosmic. I think you cut it out. I mean, it's not yet enough, because you see he's also using Dragon Hawk, so he needs more, and God damn it.
Yeah. It's just really tough here because at the end of the day, he was able to get off the special summon of the Dragon Dart because the floats. But the big thing here is the fact that he can attack with that Levianeer using that effect, and even then, the damage is pretty differential in the sense of they do anything to get over and do lethal like 900.
Okay.
If we, oh, he just scooped.
Is it a scoop or is it a time limit win? And it's so anticlimactic. Okay. I don't know. I don't think it's weird for Scoop because he could have just targeted the duo with Levianeer. So I think he had a plan in mind. Like this is awkward.
Yeah. Let me check the replay. I'm trying to see what the win came out as. I'm assuming honestly that it was a timeout.
Yeah.
So give me just one moment. I can relay that information back to you.
He doesn't win. No, he wasn't winning here for sure. Like we don't know. I'm just saying that he clears the 2 Roar, not the Duo Dragon. Meaning potentially he had a plan with that because Duo was gonna bump up to 3100 anyway. So was it like a plan with maybe Hog drawing into an Econ that he didn't draw? Something like this? I'm not sure. Maybe he was trying to find like maybe he went for like a little plan hoping to draw his win condition with Hawk and didn't. Not sure about that. Yeah, he should pop up the Duo, yeah, definitely. But except like if he wanted to do an Econ play, but even if he wants to do an Econ play, you can still pop Roar and Duo and Econ take Roar, which is gonna be enough anyway. So yeah, not sure why he did that. But I guess, I mean, we're probably gonna go to the next duel.
Yeah,
like.
I mean, sucks to say this, but he honestly got punished because of that early mislethal play, and honestly, even that, so time limit, whatever it is, I mean, to be blunt, we take those. So
yeah, I guess we can call it karma. He mistled and then DC. I don't know. I don't know if it's a DC. I don't know if it like. We don't know. It maybe like we don't have info. So
it was a time limit one. Yeah, he timed out.
Oh, it's a time limit.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he timed out.
So yeah, so there was definitely a plan somewhere.
Yes, I mean, that's also when we made a comment about it. I don't know what that set was, honestly, because we saw that.
So gonna update all this.
Yeah.
While the next player is already on the table, XR. And let's go, let's spectate.
No, XR must be one of the newer guys here, because I'm not too familiar with him. So I can refer back to transfer news to see exactly when XR was hopping on there.
Yeah, because I don't know him either. Because like I said, RAFFLESIA has some player from the former Royal Card Fighters team. That's hard to say for me. Royal Card Fighters team, but most of them are still actually like a pretty new roster, I'd say.
Yeah. I honestly, within the first war, even though they are a new team or a rebranded team, I was expecting to see some of their, just like some of the guys I was looking out for personally today was something like RCF Ivory. Like I think he's honestly a really key player for them. Like on last season, and as well as a few scrims, I think that guy's pretty decent.
Yep.
And taking a look here,
Yeah,
looks like we're gonna
like
see.
everybody's like DDD next game. Will be cool.
Yeah, no, these would be interesting.
I mean, but the thing is, I'm not sure that anyone has like an optimized list of DDD. And do you really want to bring a sub-optimized deck to Team Wars? Meh.
Yeah, I honestly, when it comes to Team Wars, playing newer decks can be really, really questionable unless you're just that confident and you've seen just how well it performs. But I don't know, Team Wars format is just completely different from the rest of the community in the sense of not so. But that gives it some enjoyment and spice. So I mean, that's just a great factor to it.
Yep, definitely. So a pretty decent turn one here from Grucius. Wasn't able to go full combo with like Vermilion plus a Thunder Dragon, but that's okay. Cyclone, okay, Cosmic Cyclone on the Econ, leading to a normal token resist, which is definitely great versus Thunder Dragon. And it's a Shiranui deck, and we're seeing a Solitaire first.
Wait. Why did he not use Solitaire's effect, go into the Spectre Sword, Econ chain the CC to his Econ, and then just like swing over something just for more damage?
No,
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, depending on what his sets are, I'm just a little curious to that.
No, but like, the Econ is from the other. What? Grucius had the Econ.
Oh, Grucius took the Econ. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm blind.
Remember,
Down
this
for a
is
second if I
this is
can.
like less than 10 a.m. for CosmicFlare.
That is true.
He's struggling right now.
I was so confused. I thought he had CC'd his own Econ. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I
Sorry.
definitely. Me too, Andy. I'm definitely on this train as well.
Alright, what's his next one? Let's see what happens.
Oh god.
Okay, yikes.
Because I know back in the days you had hacks that would allow you to play your opponent cards and shit, but come on.
I thought that
This
was
is a
still
long time
around.
ago. Oh, and here we see a Trivia Dragon Roar gonna go in the graveyard, allowing for a special summon from the deck. And there is a Synchro Potential on the field. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool from Grucius. Now he's playing around, well, not Ballista Squad, but he was at least playing around stuff like Floodgate, for instance. Because like if you Floodgate, of course, the new Dark, well, who cares? 2 Darks allows to do everything. Cosmic Body Shizu got bended.
You guys are killing me. Jeez.
Oh god. I'll be cool. I'll be cool.
Oh man.
So okay, so now we're seeing the Vermilion, but is the Vermilion really gonna go through like this? Because I mean, Ballista Squad can deal with him, Void Trapple, etc, etc, but we are seeing nothing being used here. Just a search from the Raw effect, and Vermilion Dragon Mech effect is gonna trigger actually. Okay, this is looking so far pretty good for Grucius, but keep in mind that the no mortal can resist is still on, right? So if he doesn't have lethal here, again his resources in the grave are gonna go to 0.
Alright. So I see he opts to hit the tuner here, so now it looks like he's looking for the Ractin or whatever, and he goes through successfully too. I'm pretty, I mean, from
Hitting
Grucius
the
here.
tuner. Interesting play.
Yeah. I'm pretty surprised here. I thought I would have saw something come out like a Fiendish Chain, perhaps.
I guess he was like, if there is any back row, he's anyway gonna use it now. And if it's so better target the monster and just have OTK, assuming the back row is not enough. Okay, finished.
Wait,
What
there
are you
is a wait,
just
what? Wait. This is what I said. I thought there'd be a Fiendish. Why didn't he use it?
I mean, the thing is now you have him in the graveyard. Oh, well, okay. I mean, now you have the tuner in the grave, right? So you can just go with your synchro. So I can understand you would allow him to go to the grave. What I don't really get is why you don't. Yeah, I guess maybe he read the delays, but there was 2 sets, so not sure about this. Okay, so well, he's alive and he has fuel in his grave, so we cannot blame him, right?
I guess, yeah. So right now we can see him go. If there's no Lancer, we could see a level 6, and then Solitaire's effect will activate to bring out the level 2 again. So
no, he played it right. No, I agree that Ixar played it right by like fear of Levianeer. Definitely agree on this. Even though he had 2 Findish, so but he was definitely playing it right. Even with 2 Findish, he was still playing it right. The thing that I didn't really understand is Gracious targeting the tuner itself. But there has to be a logic behind it. And this looks like OTK here, just over the dark.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, really good job from XR. Definitely really good job from XR. I still don't understand the targeting of the tuner, which because if he doesn't target a tuner, if he targets like a Findish chain, the Findish chain would be chained. So it's like -1 Findish chain, but then it doesn't change much because if you go into like let's say Levianeer, second Findish chain on the second Levianeer. So anyway, I don't see a lethal for Crucius no matter what, and I don't see it really. Whatever he was targeting wasn't changing anything in the situation. But anyway, it's 2-2. So far, RAFFLESIA ID standing strong against Bricks and Potatoes.
Yeah, no, they're holding their own and making everything relatively interesting here today, which is good. I definitely agree with you in regards to targeting the tuner over the back row, because essentially it did lead to his own demise, unfortunately, for Grucius, but nonetheless, I mean, coming out going 2-2 is still pretty good as a starter, so. Now, I guess the next question is here, what do we expect for Bricks to send in?
Yeah, no,
So
I agree with the chat though. Grucius had lethal through one back row with the targeting the tuner thing instead of having to attack into it.
Yeah.
Agreed. The thing is, if you attack the I'd say if you destroy the back row, then there is only one back row. So if you targeted the good one, you still have lethal, sort of. But I see the point now. I see the logic. Well, anyway, it was 2 Findish chains, so no matter what he was doing on Earth, this wasn't gonna go through.
Yes, yeah, 2 Finnish minutes made it fine. Like, I could understand if you were nervous about Ballista, but even then, it's like, kind of feel like if you're gonna force it out, or you might as well just do it as opposed to targeting tuner. But that's neither here nor there anymore, so that's fine.
Yep, so now we're gonna wait to see who's gonna be the next player for the Bricks and Potato team. But the cool thing though is, of course, as Bricks and Potato took the early lead, even though it's 2-2, they get to have the counter pick. So they are the one knowing, okay, we are facing Shiranui, what do we bring? So this, even if it's 2-2, there is still a slight advantage going on for Bricks and Potatoes. Of course, anything can change that advantage really quick, or just one win here or there, but they still get to have the counter pick.
Yeah, I know. If this was you, Aankara, and you were knowing you were getting against normal occurrence of Shiranui, what would be your option or the deck you would send in to go ahead and counter this?
DDD for sure. No, just kidding. I'm definitely not objective on this. I guess, I mean, Shiranui, well, we saw the first duel, right? That went completely for Grucius with, like, Dark Magician. So that's something that we like. Also, a lot of OTK decks are cool, all the ones that run through nades, because you're not afraid of getting OTK by Shiranuis, because, well, they don't do that. So you can, especially if you have Grit, you are completely safe against Shiranui. So any Grit OTK that can like turn to Trinade into YOLO, that works. So that's usually what I do. Like, I would go, like, that's what I like against Shiranui, is usually OTK decks, because they rely on back row. They, especially here, it's a no model, so there is not going to be like a Sun Saga turn 1 or stuff like this, as we saw in, as we see with the level augmentation version. So yeah, I would definitely go for like OTK decks or maybe another DM, but DM is a bit coin flippy. Like, you have the advantage, sure, because of the banishing thing and the negating of back row, but sometimes the matchup is not that good. I wonder what the chat thinks about this. What would you send? Let's coach them, everybody. Let's coach Bricks and Potatoes. Hey man, coach your teammate now. Like, I don't know.
Oh my. But no, MA's on TZ. He's not on Bricks.
Yeah.
Him and Andy are just friends.
Because you know that obviously Andy is in the chat right now, and he's gonna take your input to know what they're gonna pick, because they have no idea. Hazy Flame.
His lineups.
Yep. Hazy Flame makes sense. Definitely agree with the Hazy Flame. Showers with, again, the good picks.
Hazy beatdown OTK.
Yeah.
What's that? Pay like 1,000 or 2,000 life points. And you can special normal summon like a monster that's like 5 or 6 star. I'm trying to think of it. It's like a temple card, I think, right? Or it looks like a temple.
Mausoleum?
Maybe that's it.
But yeah, because you can pay for every tribute 1,000. There's this. That's the field spell. But
like a bit about it.
I'd send Shira versus Shira. Thanks, Wise. This is well, like your name, very wise, I guess. Win the matchup, then counter the next deck. That's actually not that stupid at all. Did Discord crash? I think Discord crash. Can we make it work somewhere else? Because it's definitely the booth that are crashing for me. So
Yeah, I just refreshed and I don't know what happened.
okay, so yeah, so the booth in Timor's, at least for me, are dead. Like, and they don't connect. So we're just gonna go through DMs, right? And like, this should work, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad we had another option because I don't know what happened right there.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know why it's not working, but like, I mean, it doesn't change anything. If it has changed anything in terms of voice volume stuff, let me know. We're still. Ew. We're still waiting for the next one. I'm gonna refresh because maybe it's a lag on my end, so I want to refresh to be sure. Like, okay, no, there's still no one, so we're still waiting on the next player for Bricks and Potatoes. Like I said, Andy Tsang still taking inputs and opinions in the chat.
Yeah, I'm really. Where is their second player? The timer is definitely going here, and it has been a few moments now, so. So you wanting to take your time considering how you want to make sure your next deck is the counter, but with Bricks you really like this, so I guess my question is, do they potentially not have as many options as they need?
Yeah, I mean there is an overall time, right? That you have time frame that you have to keep for all your changes. So you can take time to pick one new opponent, one new player to join the room, but then the rest of the match you have less time and you need to decide faster. But these moments are really key, right? So we'll see how it goes. Because we have only 4 members in the room right now, so it's like our 2 casters, the ref of course, Yami, and 1 player. So we're still waiting on the 5th to join. Yeah, we are waiting for the next player from BMP. It's long. Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely a moment or so, but nonetheless, let's gonna keep an eye out for it. Now, since we have some spare time, you were talking about that DD deck earlier. I saw you on stream from him. Looks like you were gonna showcase it really quickly.
Yeah, I mean the DDD thing. I mean, you have we're gonna do it quick, I guess. The waiting for the players, but like you have multiple versions. But the DDD, and I'm gonna give a shout out to him because he definitely deserves him. Of course, this deck is literally from Luke Tyler. This is his deck list, card for card. If you want any info about this deck, go to his YouTube channel. Really cool YouTube channel. A lot of competitive deck lists there. It's literally his name, so no problem finding it. And he has a lot of cool deck lists. And this is the balanced version, which is super stable. I still have no idea how he's able to use the witch, but he does. So any top date with it. And then there is the normal one that we don't really know how to set up yet, and a lot of testing is still going on. But at least we have the new player now, so let's go.
Yeah.
But who is it? Because I like the names, but yeah. Oh well,
It
yeah.
is Ryo.
Yeah, yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Ryosuke.
Okay.
Yes.
Because the thing is, I was like, it's probably him, right? But what if someone else just decided to write a name I can't read to annoy me?
Yeah.
But okay, but it's not the case. So cool. Thank you, BNP.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was able to decipher it. But looks like we are going to see another Shizu versus a Shizu matchup here, so.
Yep. Are they really gonna follow either they followed Wise advice of going Mirror Shiranui, which I doubt, or they're just going Dark Magician again because like it was said in the channel, like we said previously, and like we saw even previously, it has a lot of good things going on against Shiranui. I mean, first the Finnish chain are not that great. You can negate them, but also like I mean they're overall not good in the matchup. You can prevent the banishing with just Kaiku, so a lot of good stuff. Mark Murphy, learn Japanese. I don't know, learn English, bro. Like, how you doing? Long time no talk. Long time no talk, Murphy. How you doing?
Murphy.
Yeah, I mean we're used to roasting each other, so he doesn't really care.
Yeah, no, Murphy's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I wonder what they're doing, because they're still in the roster, right? Like Murphy, Mazurek, Luder is the owner. I know they have less time to play right now. Definitely less. That's what I know, but hopefully we'll see them again. And yeah, I love you too, Murphy.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so pretty chill turn from XR here. 1 set,
Yeah,
2 set.
Yeah, going relatively passive here. Wait, 21 cards? I just noticed that. Interesting.
Yep.
So, in all honesty, I'm wondering, is this potentially a Shiranui mirror match? I mean, you typically don't see 21 cards. I mean, I don't think you play 21 cards in GM either, so.
No. Could this be DDD? I mean, I could see the 21 cards DDD. I have like 99% chance it's not that, but I could see DDD on 21 cards. Heavily doubting this though, because if the best thing they have for Shiranui is DDD, Monkas, what the hell is their lineup?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, no more can resist heroes would be an option for us.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
even
would
think
be
about
cool,
that.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen it
could be.
before. I mean, people side no mortals with heroes. It's either that or
Yeah, and
what's the Mokuba DSOD skill?
see you later.
Yes, because some people are playing that with Stratos. But choose yourself.
Yeah, no, it could be this. Oh, it's a pass. Okay, so now it looks likely to be what the chat is saying. Also, yeah, like and like you said, the heroes, because you're not really afraid of Shiranui, and you want to have enough resources to OTK. So, oh, what? Okay, yes, great games.
Well,
Well, I was talking about, a potential win that would allow, like, XR to go back and take the lead, and yeah.
yeah, I mean, easy claps, man. I mean,
Yeah. Like a great man would say, we take those.
yeah.
Yes.
I could just imagine, like, Bricks and Potatoes, like, chat right now. It's like... they're probably... Well, I'm taking a look. Looks like he had a connection failed, but I mean, even then, I don't know what that was, dude. That literally was nothing.
It was a DC. It was a DC. Yes. Leave it Japan.
I would just be really upset. It's like, it's your introduction to Team Wars. It's a fresh season. You're making your debut for the first time, and your first game, you either brick, and the icing on the cake.
Yeah, no, that's
it's like, all right, boys.
So, well, the thing is, they might replay, right? Because if it's a good deck, you want to replay it. So, this is probably gonna be a loss anyway, right? 'Cause it's a DC, so nothing that can be done about this.
Yeah,
so
it's 100% a loss. And looks like we're seeing the same characters, so I would assume there's a repeat, but at the same time, I'm not seeing in the actual Team Wars channel they even announced that, so I can't really confirm that.
But it would make sense, I guess.
Yeah, I just hope he fixes router, bro, because 2 DCs would be yikes.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we all know that sometimes, like, you always have these. Okay, it is a repeat, so you always have like these DCs that don't make sense, right? Like, you're just there, everything works fine, you're in Discord with your friends, and then it crashes, and you're like, did the Discord crash? No, but Yu-Gi-Oh crashed, and you never know why. So that happens, sadly.
Yeah, it looks like, taking a look here, it looks like we were right, so it looks like that's going to be that no mortals can resist heroes. So it looks like you were right, Aankara, you called it, the OTK deck that we're seeing. Little curious as to why he's playing with no mortals. Typically we're seeing grit here, so I don't know if BNP is just trying to try some spice out, or just feel that this is a lot more of a versatile or better way to play the current version of the deck.
Yeah, definitely. So we're definitely seeing a repeat. I mean, the thing is, why is no mortal a good pick? Of course, overall you see more grit. At least we were seeing this more in like KC Cup format, because you don't want, there were a lot of OTK decks, so you wanted the grid to prevent OTKs. But at the same time, in tournaments we're seeing a lot of players like Arix, who I know is playing a lot of course, heroes, and he's in the chat, who plays usually no mortal can resist as a side skill, because in certain matchups you want to switch your skill, and usually like your Hatronades or Econs, or whatever you play as semi-limited, to potentially like other cards, and on top of that you add Cosmic Cyclones to work with your no mortal can resist. And versus Shiranui, no mortal can resist combined with Cosmic Cyclones is actually a really good thing.
Yeah, so this must be not a bad option here. So my question is, because I'm not, we see 2 sets here, which typically we don't see too many of coming from heroes. So I guess is one, is he playing a lot more back row? Like, again, you just mentioned previously that we see a lot more of the we tend to see a lot of cards as anything really being expendable, but
Yeah. Oh, we're seeing the blast. That's interesting. Blast,
well, I mean
of course.
that's something he could go into though with the mass change on the Stratos. I believe he can't go into his blast because I don't believe you can go into a Anki on the Stratos because you have to have a vision hero for that. So he is gonna pay the 500. Good. So now he have the attack of the Samurai Saga, so it can no longer get over him. He has a
here,
C
yeah.
banish, and next turn he's still gonna be able to pay another 5. So that was a pretty solid turn coming out from Ryosuke.
Yeah, I mean, it was the best call anyway. Even like Enki wasn't the best, but like blast here is super annoying, I'd say.
Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of let you announce this Aankara. So if you can read the BNP versus RID chat, just so you know, because it looks like this is pretty tough, unfortunately, for BNP right now. So you can kind of convey this message.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna wait though on the official ruling. I think it's the official ruling, but like, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Well, let's still go on the game and let's see what it goes. But there might be some talking. But yeah, there's some stuff being worked out with like the refs and the players.
Yeah.
But here on the field, we are definitely seeing an OTK for Ryosuke.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
oh yeah, like if it was 200, it could. Literally.
Alright, so it looks like he's gonna swing in here. Minor delay coming out also currently.
Yeah, there could be a Karibo or something.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. So now the question is this. So it looks like he's going on the aggressive side, 16. So perfect because he still is. No Mortals is not live
Karibo.
essentially for either opponent currently. But there is a. So unfortunately, although his graveyard is dead, he does have the level 6 in there. So I mean, oof. Okay, looks like he does have 2 back row. Good, good, good. But now we know that he should be able to pay 500 again to get rid of that back. He does with that blast. Blast is showing how powerful it is in this matchup specifically. And he gets rid of both back rows, so now this is looking like a clean GG.
Yeah.
0 defense tuner. Lethal.
Yeah, so yeah, we're still waiting on the final solution about some people said there is an issue about the repeat thing, but of course I'm just waiting to see.
Yeah. We need a head ref over here to make
it's
that final decision.
I kind of
Yeah.
get what happened, but yeah, we need a head ref here.
Yeah. So let's kind of just wait for the official one. But nonetheless, I mean, that still was a pretty enjoyable duel to watch. I mean,
It is.
it's always nice to see heroes, you know, doing something special. So
Definitely, and thanks to like almost 140 people watching, and I know it's like early for US, so thanks a lot for the guys that are from there tuning in, like Cosmic, who again woke up at 9 a.m. or even more. I mean, before that because the stream was at 9 a.m.
yeah, I woke up roughly like
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
like 8.
yeah, you were saying.
I woke up at like 8:20, 8:30. Yeah.
Let's go. So it's. Wait, what's happening? Why is there? Wait.
Wait.
There's
Oh
another
my
door
God.
going on. I'm gonna click on it. I've no idea why.
Oh my.
but I'm gonna click on.
No one can read.
No, but the thing is, of course, there like we always have in multiple teams, there are people that like don't have English as their first language, like I don't know, Ryosuke or McMurphy. Hi. I'm gonna stop. Promise,
Alright,
man. I'm
instant
stopping.
scoop, okay.
Okay, instant scoop. The thing is, yeah, well, it should be a warning that's supposed to. The official ruling is if you don't say the repeat, before the game start, right? If you forget to say the repeat, and your player goes back onto the table with the same deck and you don't say repeat, you get a warning. If you start the match and get into the duel without saying the repeat,
So in this one here, it's a weird situation in the sense that 1, the repeat was late. 2, he already lost 1 deck. So since the game had started, and to top it all off, wait, what the? Oh, that guy's on the team. Okay. All right. So
yeah,
the
no,
game had already
that's
started.
fine, like because they're probably just going with the rules, so making like basically, yeah, like you said. But what happened is basically they wanted to say the repeat, right? But again, they probably just said to like Ryosuke, oh, go back with your sim deck, and just went in because that's what you do. You just go in, right? And the thing is, they didn't have time to literally type it's a repeat, because well, they were not expecting that, right? But that's just like a communication issue at the end. So we'll see what the rules are clear. But so sadly, yeah, it is gonna be so a DC on the first game for Ryosuke, and the second one is basically gonna be just a late repeat, sadly. And this, we're definitely checking the PayPal. Yeah, I'm stopping Murphy, promise. But yeah. So Ryosuke has to leave the room now. It's sad though, but yeah. The thing is that it's always annoying because we know it's a communication issue, right? We know it wasn't intended. There was the zero malicious intent, especially from BNP. I mean, we know these guys are not there to cheat or anything. But of course, if we would say, oh, but for this time it's fine because like it didn't intended, blah blah blah. If you do that, you create, a first time. It happened once. So then all the other teams can say, like, oh, but it's the same situation here again, for some reason or whatever. So you have to be strong with the rules, because if you don't, you can make things up and create, like we said, I don't even know if that exists in English and French. We said a precedent, basically, like a first time, sort of, leading to this.
It's just really unfortunate because you do have to uphold the rules in such a competitive event, community event like this here. Because essentially, if you don't have the same standardization and format going forward, then, like you said, it can really fluctuate from team to team and just cause a lot of issues. Communication definitely is a big thing here, and this is clearly showing why it's such a key factor, and especially in a team event like this. So, I know that Bricks and Potatoes clearly are a very wholesome team, previous champions, etc. They'll definitely continue to take this information and use it going forward to be even stronger, but that's just really unfortunate for a new player coming into this competitive.
Yeah,
honestly, having your debut go down just like that.
And
Oh my, yes.
Thanks,
Yeah, I'm
so.
reading this. Jeez.
Like, yeah, it's true that it's tough, and not gonna lie, saying I don't feel bad for Bricks and Potato right now, but rules are rules, right? You have to apply them. So this is what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, Bricks are a strong team. I'm still very confident that either team can do anything here, but essentially it just really sucks because
it's true. It's losing a player to literally like a DC and basically a mistake, right?
Yeah, it's really, really unfortunate, but honestly, I mean, we've seen them down more than this before, and easily see teams just make reverse sweeps or put things back on board. So this can still go in anyone's direction. So I have high faith in both teams that they'll continue to make this an interesting, close game that we all
Yeah,
anticipate.
definitely. I mean, it's only 2-4, right? And they have a lot of good players, right?
Yeah, and to keep taking a look here, they still have one of their repeats left,
Yeah.
from what I'm seeing according to the screen. So, I mean, that should put you in a semi-comfortable position. Now, I
Yeah.
guess the next question is, who exactly do they send in next?
Do they have? Because this was definitely like like I would say yeah. It's. I hope it's not their only like out really to Shiranui, because we already saw DM, right? That was their starter, and now we have this. So let's see if they have something else. They brought Gift pretty fast, so maybe they had like double possibilities here. I'm not even sure about that.
Yeah, and that's honestly something to be commended on. Taking a look at it, they saw that there was initially an issue, and they did attempt to appeal it, but nonetheless, they were more than prepared to send in their next player immediately. So,
Yeah.
great organization skills from BNP coming out right now.
Yeah. And XR is still playing his first deck.
Yeah, dude, he's doing relatively well. He's 3-0 currently right now,
Yeah.
so he could really.
Yeah, definitely. He could really do well. Well,
Yeah.
of course, again, that it's an obvious thing, right? But I'm gonna state it again. There was no malicious intent in the whole thing. But I guess we need to state it again, right? Because really, like, BNP doesn't do that. And we as casters saw the moment they said the repeat, which, yes, was late, but was definitely not like a trying to cheat or anything. So, yeah, let's go with the next match now. What happened happened. This war is far from over. BNP, I mean, look at the roster they have. Gift, Ended Sang, and Panasi left. And please tell me this is not a shadow game, because if we have to do DCTQ shadow game, okay, no, thanks.
Okay.
Let's go. Now this
Yeah,
is
no.
a real match, really starting.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go. So again, Ishizu versus Shizu.
It looks like we are going to see some Dark Magician action coming out. Turn 1 circle adds the Navi. Now, does he have the Dark Magician's Rod to complete the combo here?
That's gonna be one
Oh.
set. Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, in this matchup, if there's no CC from his opponent from XR, it's still a decent start. Like, it is still a decent start. You just navigation. You go for like a Kaiku and a Dark Magician. You banish one card. You have a negate for the other set or whatever. It's still nice.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree there.
Oh yeah, and I said shadow game because like sometimes the spectator feature bugs, and we call this a shadow game because the game is going on but we cannot spectate it. That's it, for those who don't know.
Okay, so it looks like we're seeing a lot of thinking coming out currently.
Yep. That's usually what happens when you go against like circle navigation. Well,
And there is the Cosmic here, and he is going to target that navigation.
Hmm.
And we are seeing some delay here currently right now.
There is a debate on Gift's side. He doesn't know if he wants to use it or not.
Yeah. Definitely some heavy thinking currently.
Lucas in the chat with the call. CC incoming. Definitely, yep. Here is it.
Yeah.
Here it is. But Yeah, this is a long hesitation if it was a navigation. Oh, that's a nice play.
Lancia. But, I mean, now that he Lancia'd, though, my question is, if we do see that navigation able to really do anything with that circle. So, this makes me question, one, is that navigation potentially dead? I would assume not. But knowing that he can go into the Samurai Saga, which is only 2,500 attack, and he also will be able to activate No Mortals here, is he looking to potentially just go into an illusion just so he can't swing over or force out the potential crash into the DM? Or is he looking for the Kaiku play early on? Or is he looking just to take the damage overall?
Yeah, I mean, if he takes the damage, he gets back the advantage in terms of no mortal. So that's also a cool thing. So he knows, I'm not sure you want to attack here. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely not sure you want to attack into this. Because you just give your opponent no mortal.
It's really just a rough spot. It looks like he opts to go into the end phase and doesn't choose to attack, which is good. So now the real question here is, one, although we see Geth go for that draw, is he going to use that navigation now? If so, what does he target here? And does he choose to stop that graveyard with the kite?
Yeah, so the main change here is going to be that whatever, like, he's going to banish one card, but then the back row, he won't be able to banish the back row, to negate the back row with navigation because it was sent this turn. And he's going for the Samurai Saga itself, and a Floodgate gonna go on the second.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the effect of the Samurai Saga come out, because now he'll be able to target that Dark Magician Circle and lower by 500 since being banished.
Oh god,
not anything too crazy.
I wasn't saying anything, but I was like, do not Floodgate this, because yeah. I mean, depends on what he has as last back row, of course. But if he could hold to the Floodgate, the double Dark Magician was like, "Hey, I have Kaiku in hand, just so you know."
Okay. I was wondering if there was a Phoenix Chain back there, and we did.
Okay.
So, I guess the Floodgate, honestly, was actually pretty good there, fortunately, since he had the Kaiku in hand, because essentially the Phoenix Chain would have been dead since these are just a bunch of vanillas on top.
Yeah.
So he was able to live. Now his No Mortals will be able to be activated once more, but taking a look here, he can't do anything with that graveyard, so he's gonna need to get another Squire Saga out.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, now that we see that like there's this Fiendish Chain, of course, then the Floodgate made sense, because Fiendish Chain on on Dark Magician, well, not happening. So, because you can only target effect monsters, not normal monsters, so he was forced to do the Floodgate, sadly for him. And now there's the navigation also there that can negate anything. By the way, Shiranui Spectral Sword is gonna go off. Thing is, you can... He can block this. Okay, well, whatever. Yep,
well,
that works.
He has a Lancia, to stop that. Jeez, man.
That works. Double
Lancia. Interesting. So we've seen, or at least the last time I've seen... Oh my, wait, Spirit Master. Spirit Master gonna allow him to go ahead and bring out that tuner. So now he can go into the level 6 again.
Well, he probably doesn't run to level 6 though. I'm like 99% sure he doesn't. Because you run like, you run 1, 2 Sun Saga, 1, 2, like 1 Samurai, Shogun, you usually run 1, some lists run 2 and only 1 Sun Saga, and then you run like 80s and the Arcfin dude.
Yeah. What is he looking to do here then, if that's the case? Just put another body?
I guess defense, yeah.
Yeah.
Because here there's not lethal, I mean, so far.
Yeah, 500 and then just crash. Well, not crash, but swing over that.
I'm not sure about the summoning back tuner though.
Yeah, if he had another level 6, which he was playing, which is why I assumed he brought out the Spirit Master and the tuner to begin with, it would have been fine. But we are going to see another circle coming out here, so let's see if he does get the addition off there.
Yeah, this is most likely lethal here.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
Yep.
And remind me, I'm reading through the card of Spirit Master. Since he special summoned that the Spirit Master, shouldn't it be banished once it leaves the field, correct? Yeah, I believe
yeah,
so.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah.
banish it when you leave the field. That's why I don't really get the...
Yeah, so now the
Bringing it
tuner
back in
essentially
tuner.
is dead, and so yeah, he should have just brought back the Squire stuff, if anything.
Yeah, because
That's-
Squire, at least if it's banished, you have its effect, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like I said last turn. I don't get the tuner summon. But yeah, anyway, I was gonna say anyway. He had this. He could have even, yeah, he could search it and tribute it. So yeah, and it's exactly it also. Kuribo, no Kuribo, and Gift taking this game back to 3-4.
See? Great recovery coming from Bricks and Potatoes there. Gift making all the right plays needed.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely very, very interesting though, bringing back that tuner. I really was believing he was running a second level 6.
Yeah. When I
Um,
saw that, I was like, wait, easy, but it's...
I don't know,
unlikely.
because like me and a few friends have been testing it honestly. Like, it's kind of weird to say, but if you really wanted to, I guess you could kind of like side an extra deck, but I feel like it's really just an awkward way to really use. Even then, that's whatever. Gift coming out, starting out 1-0 going strong, but XR coming right back in here, so very curious to see what his second deck is.
Yep, I'm just updating the whole thing. Because may I say like how cool this new layout looks? Because like I said, I wasn't really like I didn't cast last season, and even the season before I cast only like 2-3 matches, so I wasn't really close to this. And but come on, look at this beautiful, I would say, like overlay, and even the transition. I mean, come on, transitions.
Sharon did a fantastic job
Yeah.
with this. Like,
Yeah, shout out
her-
to Sharon and Katanoa for this.
Yeah, no. Sharon, I think, probably is like, if not the number one of the top community graphics makers. Like, she made majority of like the team logos, profile pictures, team wars, their layouts, etc.
Yeah,
She just does a wonderful job, man.
definitely does. Yeah, it looks to be Saber and Shiranui, yes. I don't know if it's the best combo either, but okay. This is a pretty good start from Gift. I mean, Dark Magician Circle, I dig the Curtain. Curtain is really nice against Element Saber because you really want the banishing to keep going, right? And being able to, like, let's say maybe do a navigation turn during your opponent's first turn, banish one thing, then on the next turn, Curtain, banish something else with a navigation to protect from like back row stuff is really a combo you want to get going against Element Sabers, because if you don't, usually then they get control of the game and it kind of looks bad.
Yeah. And taking a look here, we're essentially getting the exact same start we got from Gift last time. One Dark Magician Circle. We saw him add the the navigation, but he still only just has one set here. So, not the strongest things you typically would see coming from a Dark Magician player typically, because you know they tend to just open up combo majority of the time. But it looks like we're going to see a clean Malehu. And it goes through successfully.
Yep. And we're gonna see something in the end phase. The thing is, now there is the whole no Mole can resist, which is not a big deal now because nothing in the grave. Molehu was able to just go onto the field without problem. No navigation at the end of the XR's end phase from Gift. Now let's see, 4 cards in hand. We know there is a curtain, so
Yeah.
here he comes. Also,
So pretty.
reminded that you cannot summon other monsters the turns you activate this, so
Yeah.
pretty
So
big
it's gonna be-
commitment.
Yeah, so it's going to be able to... Who, of course, gonna be able to get that bad boy banished off the field. And there is a floodgate coming out. So I'm wondering, is that back row a clash potentially?
Yeah,
That's what I'm really actually, because there was a bit of delay here, and we had seen clash coming out earlier from, who was the player who played Dark Magician previously on Brix? I believe it was Crucius, correct?
Yeah, the first player, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that B and P are running semi-similar decks with just a few minor techs and tweaks here and there, but nonetheless, I mean, the Dark Magician currently has a defense of 2,100, correct? Over, unless he's able to get off some Invoker plays.
Okay, in the back row. Okay, this is just to check for CC, stuff like this. Just checking for delays.
Yeah.
And 150 people watching. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. I see America is waking up today. Cool. Cool, America's waking up.
Yeah, everyone tuned in because they knew you're gonna be here.
Uh,
This is your first time casting in like
BS.
forever, so it's like, of course. They're like, Aankara's back, we have to come. Me and all my other
Probably.
Americans woke up just for this.
I'd say X for doubt, but Tommy doesn't said he did. Yeah, but you're not in America. What the?
Yeah. Alright, so the palace, pretty strong right there. So I guess the question is right now if there's still some delays or not. And are we gonna potentially see a Purgatrio? Because Purgatrio would be lethal.
Yep.
7, 29, 39.
And we're
Off the
seeing the
discard.
Malo Surge, so we're definitely gonna see a Purgatrio play. The thing is, he's committing a lot because if this high, imagine if in hand there is also another. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no,
Imagine
that'd
if there
be-
was a second Alistair and the Malo in hand.
Yeah, no, that would be super. That'd be very, like, the percentage for that happening would be very, very low. But I know that's very, very rough coming from our Element Saber player currently, XR, because of the fact they probably couldn't read the delays properly, knowing if that was from
Another
hand or the
Kaiku,
back row.
that hurts. On top there is the Kaiku, that hurts, and the fact that he searched with the Palace makes it that next turn no battle phase. So this is gonna be tough for XR here. But
What?
I'm out. This is not lethal though. It's missing 50.
Yeah. Oh my god, he is missing 50.
Yeah.
Could you
I
imagine?
haven't seen this. Can we have a curtain then to see like a 25 life point count?
Wait, he activated it early?
Oh,
Wait, that wasn't wait, that wasn't damage step. Oh my god.
Can we stop with this?
He didn't do it in damage step. Why? What did you gain? No.
Well, okay, being honest, I was gonna say being honest, it doesn't change much, but it does. There are two Search of Dark
Yes.
Magician right there.
Oh my god.
Mistakes were made, yes, definitely, and thanks for the people who apparently walk up to actually see me, though I don't believe you. And Tom, do not be proud of waking up at 3 p.m. because I know what time it is for you. Do not be proud of that. But Pa, what? Okay.
No, I didn't like that.
Because we saw, if I'm correct, no, we did not see a navigation search at any point, so we don't know the back row, but now we know there are DMs in the hand, so, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure. This is a problem, right? Yep.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rough, unfortunately. Like, because now Illusion's gonna come out here. He has Circle. He's able to banish, essentially. The
No
Kaiku
attack.
is gone.
And no battle fail on
fucked.
this turn. Oh, that's rough. Okay.
Yeah. So we know that he has the Fire E-Saber in hand, so he could potentially just set that if he felt like it, but it's a really rough spot because we know that Gift is essentially running more than one Lancia because we've already seen them revealed throughout the games. We also know that he does not have a battle phase, and even then it's very difficult for him to get over anything. And then to top it all off.
Oh,
Ooh.
hold on. Whoa, what? Only no.
Okay, so hey, flip down his Invoker so that he will get the ability to get the search off. But again, the navigation's in the graveyard, so once he goes to use it, it can just be negated.
Yeah,
And we know he has one more DM in hand. He could essentially just tribute over, banish, use the effect of that illusion, bring it back.
I know this is
Swing,
this
swing,
is looking
swing.
bad. This is I think I mean I don't see, but I was like wait. I got excited and then wait.
I hope I just didn't coach here because looks like we're starting to see it come out right
No,
now.
there's you're not.
Yeah, I'm definitely not coaching Gift.
Yeah, no. But okay.
No mortals.
Yeah.
So now he can
Yeah,
just do the
'cause-
Queen 600 and relax.
No, what's annoying? Okay, so while Molehu was able to do that, the what's annoying is that when I saw the Molehu play, I was like, oh cool, he's gonna put his, because I didn't understand, so I went back to the log. So he put the Alacer face down, and I was like, just flip it face up, get the surge, and use the thing. But no, because he put Alacer in defense, then flip face down with Molehu, and then you already changed the position. So I was like, why?
Yeah, no.
Because he had a free anything basically. He could just go for like a Cossidus and be pretty chill. So it's
Yeah,
misplays here. Misplays were made by XR.
yeah. This was. I don't know. We can give him a break slightly. Granted, he did have a record positive going 3-2 here, but at the same time, I mean, if you can essentially put yourself or even your team in a better position, I don't see why you'd kind of do things like this. But nonetheless, we're not going to criticize or hold that against anyone. I mean, good job for the run he had
Misplays
with
happens, right?
yeah. I don't know their time zone. It could potentially be late. They could be very sleepy. So I mean, we'll try to give them some type of benefit of the doubt. But
Of course.
nonetheless, at least you lost to a great player like Gift. So I mean, I don't know if that's a flex, but it's something, I guess. But nonetheless, Gift starting out 2-0. So if I'm correct, the score should be evened up right now.
Yep. Yep, no more DC, DQ, whatever thing. This is 4-4. And last advantage that RAFFLESIA has now is the counter pick advantage. They know it's the M. What do they bring against the M? Apparently not Shiranui. Apparently not Element Saber. So
Yeah.
what next? What next?
I mean, if we're going, in all honesty, I would. His name is Dragon, so I hope we see Thunder Dragons, just because it'd be kind of cool as playing with the name.
mean,
Other than that, I
In
mean,
DDD there is Pendragon. Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Yeah, no. I'll try. Like, I'll keep trying, but won't happen.
yeah. This game, I want Andy to let us know why he didn't let Luke Tyler play, DDD, because honestly, that would have been really nice to showcase.
Yeah, definitely. But it's like I said, it's a deck that's still being tested, to be honest. So as long as they don't have an optimal list, bring it to Team Wars is like not risky is an understatement. So we're gonna see Trust Dragon versus Gift now. Trust Dragon is a player that, to be honest, I do not know. So, like you said, he has Dragon in his name, but that's Zane Truesdale, so... And I don't see Grit. So, I'm not coaching, but I think this is Cyber Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like we are going to see some Cyber Dragon action. We saw Cyber Dragons use Fusion Now was playing. I believe he won. I believe he wound up going 3-2 yesterday versus Armades armies, and he was able to win some pretty decent matchups. So good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can see something similar coming out from Trust Dragon here.
And I'm very sorry, Tom. I indeed coached because this could definitely be life cost 0. What? Shit now.
That'd be funny. But looks like we're getting a very weak, unfortunate turn from Gift here. I mean, we've never seen him start with full combo. It's always been 1 to 2 cards max with like a simple set and circle. But looks like we're guessing a set here.
Especially versus Cyber Dragon, like setting just 1 card and passing is like, hey, please OTK me.
Yeah, and it's a little rough because I mean the counter essentially is doing what it's gonna do. Most likely, we expect to see, or would have expected to see the OTK. But starting out with a Veer and no Cosmic Cyclone, that's super rough.
Oh yeah, well no Cosmic Cyclone, but definitely some OTK potential.
Yeah. So I guess the real question is, what is that one set right now? Because right now with the effect of, or the skill popping off here, he does have lethal if he can get these to go through clean.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
hopefully we see something like a...
He can even lethal without using a fuse or whatever.
Yeah, so
We
unless
can
that's a
force-
navigation. So it's like that forces it out, and then potentially if he has the fusion, we could see like a twin maybe. But... I don't know if that's asking for too much, but I mean, it's Cyber Dragon, so.
Let's go.
Looks like we are seeing some delay here coming.
Yeah, good old 1600 beat down takes you back. Yep. Yep. Back to the basics. But I mean, okay, so it is a navigation. He's forced to do it now because there's no point in taking damage. The fuse can come out then. It's gonna be the DM in defense. The thing is now, the only thing that can go through is like the, of course I have the name in French, but they're like Dual Dragon, right? Cyber Dragon Duo. Or Cyber End.
Yeah, are you referring to, I believe it's Twin, the 2800 attack set. Yes, that one. Yeah, so Twin could be good here because 28, he can just swing over both, which would be nice, and he won't be threatened by lethal either. So the question is, does he have it? One would assume so, considering how...
The one weird thing is that he has 0 set, so he just went to 2000 life points with there's no overflow. Then I don't know what could be there, like potentially multiple fusions, but no point. So yeah, wondering.
Yeah. We didn't see any traps, or I mean not traps. We didn't see any sets coming from our Cyber Dragon player, so a little rough, unfortunately. Redirecting the attack, hopefully trolling, concentrating.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, there is this.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess to get rid of the illusion, we know illusion's so strong, honestly, within Dark Magician, so I guess that's fine, but it looks like both players essentially kind of had a pretty rough start, because no one's really had any real powerful plays coming out within their first turns.
Hold on, wasn't there lethal potential? Well, I mean, maybe he doesn't have a fusion in hand, but...
So, let's do the math. So, he has a concentrating current. So 26 plus 31, that would have been 37.
I mean, it depends. Yeah, it depends, of course, if he has the fusion in hand. Maybe he didn't have that. Maybe he just has the beatdown. But if I'm correct, like, let's imagine he had the fusion in hand. You go for Cyber and Dragon. You boost Cyber and Dragon, and you have lethal, right? Like, not crazy. Okay, like Cyber and Dragon is like 2800 defense, so it boosts his attack to 6200 with piercing. 2100 defense, that's lethal.
Yeah, dude. This is so unfortunate because... Wait, we're seeing a delay here. Alright, so that goes through.
And this is GG.
Yeah, dude, if this goes through, this is...
Oh,
Karibo.
Okay, so now that we're seeing cards in hand, maybe there is actually not the spell in hand. But trust me, if I see a fusion getting negated here, I'm gonna be very mad. If it's the card from the left, it's fine. You just drew it. If it's the card from the right, we're gonna have a talk.
The thing that just really sucks here is the fact that essentially, if he rips the fusion now, I mean, cool, but it doesn't do anything for him because there is a navigation in the graveyard, so he can just negate that. And then we know this other card here potentially could be dead. We don't know if it's another Karibo or something of the sort, so he might be in a position where only thing he can do is just put these Cyber Dragons in defense, and that's just oof, dude.
Yeah, and thanks HNBot for the raid, bumping us to more than 150 now. Thanks a lot, hope you had a good stream and everything. And thanks a lot for joining. And welcome to everyone. We're watching BNP versus RAFFLESIA ID. Vegetables versus a Pokemon that's a plant. Yes, it's gonna be amazing. It is already amazing. 4-4. And we're seeing the core now drawing into the cybernetic overflow, and we're gonna see one set. Well, you need 2 sets because otherwise. Okay. Nope. So. Yeah, nope. No, I mean, I like Cyber Dragons, right? Zane is cool, but this is game.
Yeah, this is curtains. Like, legit just negate the back row. Like, even if it's a Karibo in hand, it's not enough. Like, it's sorry to say that, but the Karibo isn't enough. He is lethal.
So I guess there was no spell, because otherwise he would have said them. So then he actually did the optimal play, I guess, with current, which is kind of crazy to say, but I guess it was indeed the optimal play if he had nothing else. The thing is, he could have waited maybe for a turn, but not even, because then he would have been OTK. So yeah, it was tough. Sadly it's not a costume. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was really unfortunate. I mean, no matter who it is, any team, if you send in the repeat and essentially it just doesn't do anything, it's pretty rough. Because it's like Cyber Dragons essentially are a good counter to Dark Magician. I hear a lot of opinions as of late say it potentially could be like a coin flip, but nonetheless, that was the intention coming from our opposers here, and it just didn't get the job done. So,
and now it's a repeat. Now it actually is a repeat.
We have our first official repeat. Nice.
Yeah. Nobody's getting DC, whatever. No, this is an actual repeat going through. And God, I need to update everything. Yeah.
Hello, Aishan. Thank you. I'm glad you had potatoes for lunch. I hope you enjoyed them.
No comment. So, player, blah blah blah, score team.
Yeah, dude, Gift is streaking right now, 5-0. I mean 3-0 right now, bringing Bricks and Potatoes up currently 5-4. Three sets, 1 card in hand. Potentially could be a semi-decent hand from our Cyber Dragon player. Potentially could see something with some CCs coming out, etc. But nonetheless, I mean, not having the core most likely is kind of... Well, that when you're going against Dark Magician, or really any deck, you really always want to have the full combo, so... It seems like no one's really, throughout those Team Wars games, been kind of starting out with it. Everyone's kind of just having pieces here and there. So,
Yep.
It's not as much as a sack fest as you would anticipate it to be.
So just as a reminder, right? For maybe new people who don't know Team Wars, what a repeat does is like you have 2 decks. Let's say it's your first. It has to be your first duel with your first deck. You lose it, but you believe that the deck is good and should have won, and you just got unlucky. Basically, you ask for a repeat. You have up to 2 repeats per team, and what it does is you just play again the same deck, but you basically kill your second deck. Your second deck is dead. You still lost the deck, but instead of losing the deck you actually lost the duel with, you lose the second. And it's a rule that has been added to Team Wars for a few seasons now to basically prevent a winning streak from like luck, out of luck, because a lot of teams have like what they call, like, I don't remember what they use in English, but like barrier decks basically, or like decks that are made to just, okay, I'm gonna counter this specific deck. I have like 90% win rate normally against it. So if my opponent starts to streak with it, I'm stopping the streak. And what the repeat does is it prevents from the 10% to happen basically, and from this unlucky scenario to happen and the player just streaking again. That's the idea overall.
Great explanation. That was really, really good.
Woo!
Yeah.
And to
Yeah.
answer Lucas, even if it was already answered in the chat, you can have a player playing twice the same deck. Also, like, it's definitely possible, but no real point in doing it.
Dude, again, gift with just the circle one set pass.
Oh, and
And
this
speaking
time,
of
yeah.
the Cosmic Cyclone, there
mean-
it is.
If in 3 sets from a Sidra player there is no Cosmic, god damn it.
He had to set out Lancia. Oh my. Ah. Dude, that is so rough, man. Dude, Gift must have, like, hardcore had, like, a really unfortunate hand. Because we know one of those cards guaranteed was the circle that was added from the previous circle match. But even then, oof. Oh my god.
We are going in for the prototype beatdown. This is gonna be Fear? Yes! Fear! Beatdown! Back to 2017! Harpies! 3 monsters, no back row, attacking. Yes!
Oh my goodness. This is what he tried to do last game and it didn't work out. He
I'm not
was
even
able to
lying.
get
This
it.
is literally going Harpy level 1 Elegant Goddess. Like,
Oh
this
man,
is
dude, this is
literally-
a throwback.
yes. Yes. I mean, who needs, all this stuff like, like fusion synchro when you can just have like beat down, right?
Good old fashioned clapping.
God. Well, I guess the repeat worked, right? Cyber
yeah.
Dragon seems to be a Cyber Dragon beatdown, but it worked.
Trust Dragon trusted those Cyber Dragons and it worked out for him. Unfortunately, I mean, dude, no one is having like optimal hands, but they're making do with it.
Like Marilyn loving the 2002 Yu-Gi-Oh energy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we're back already in it. Okay. Okay.
Yo,
Let's go.
shout out to Tom,
Yeah.
Chris Rons and Murder. Speak of the devil, we see Mako coming out.
Yeah. No, but that's a good idea because they know what's bad. What like they knew what Dark Magician is bad against, right? Dark Magician is not good against Cyber Dragon. What eats Cyber Dragons? Christrons. I used to think, again, not coaching, but I used to think the matchup was bad for Christrons because I was like, they're just gonna, like, Cosmic Cyclone your stuff, or like if they go first, they're gonna overflow your tuner and that's it. But no, there's actually a really cool way to just leisurely waste Cyber Dragons. We're probably gonna see it.
Yeah. No, we got to see a little taste of it again, just referring back to yesterday's match with Defuge versus Armades armies. We saw a decent amount of Crisrons versus Cyber Dragons, actually. And although that may not have been the actual deck, we got to see a good way, really, how that matchup really goes. So I'm assuming that with Gift, who is a very good Crisron player, we're going to probably see something similar, and probably nothing less than a great performance from him right now. And starting out with a pretty well hand. Think about it, Sulfenir unfortunately had to dump the impact, but that's not too bad. He does have the 6-3, so we know we're going to see like an Amortrex for follow-up, but really curious to see what those 2 back row sets are. But speaking of CC, you just mentioned it, right off the top hitting that Umi instantly.
Yeah. That's the problem also, the SSA version is not that great against Cyber Dragons, but you still the win condition that you have in this matchup for Crystron is not the SSA. Can help if your opponent doesn't draw any CC, but I think Trust Dragon is definitely good at drawing CCs. He's not as good as drawing core. That's the only problem.
Yeah. So speaking of core, we are going to see it ripped off the top right now. So now let's see if he opts to go for the fusion or the trap. This is the veer on top of it. Okay. Interesting, interesting. In all honesty, Crystron are still in a very good spot here.
We're seeing a core. I'm just amazed by that. But are we gonna see a Cyberload? No, see, for now there's still no Cyberload fusion in this deck. This is a control bit down Cyber Dragon deck. They do not fuse. This extra deck is fake. It's a bunch of like, I don't know, Ojama cards and something. It's fake.
Looks like he is going to activate that Cyber Star right now to grid out that Proto Cyber Dragon. So I would assume that he does have the fusion here if he's going to go this well committed to the board with 2 sets.
So now at least there is, except a surprising Umi in main deck, which I've seen some player doing that just because they are tired of getting their Umi being CC'd, but I'm pretty sure there's no reason to do that, especially, and Gift is not gonna bring that, but SSA combos are gone. So because what's cool with SSA in the Christian version is of course that yes, you have the combo with the whale, but also all level 5 water monsters, right, are protected as well. They can destroy the opponent monster by effect. So that's also pretty cool. So it works with metrics, it works with Sulfafnir, and on top of that, your water monster to open space for synchros. Like you have 3 monsters, banish 1, and then C3 Orion away.
So opted on the edge. So yes, you're definitely correct essentially that the SSA combos now are essentially dead, but it should be fine here.
Yep.
So now I'm wondering what.
Let's
So
go.
the Und is going to come out right now. Opts to send the Smiger, so Smiger effect can activate so that he can banish itself to get another impact. And he was able to get that free edition of the Gen X controller, which is good. That Veteran's going to activate also, so it looks like he's going to opt to pop the Undyne. So, do you think we're going to see a potential level 7 Black Rose?
Well, level 7, not anymore, because, like, I mean, level 7, yes, but as soon as you activate one of these effects from, like, Tisfern, Smiger, what is the others? Turtles, and the bird level 4 that I again forgot the name, Rosenix, all these guys, then you cannot do synchros anymore that are not machines. The only way to do like
true.
Black Rose is basically you can use Sulfafnir though, and you can go directly with Sulfafnir effect into like a tuner and then or normal tuner and whatever. With Sulf you can and go into Black Rose, but here this could be level 6. Could make sense.
He could, but would you Insectron right now?
Well, the thing is, if you Insectron, then you cannot be destroyed, right? There's this cool part. So Overflow is not that great.
No. Well, actually, no, because of the new ruling. He could, if he has the Overflow, he could chain it, and then after that, he could destroy both, yes. And then if he chooses to destroy the Amatrix, I mean, he'll get the effect, so it brings back
still
the
forcing
graveyard.
the Overflow. That's
That
the
is
thing.
true.
So
Yeah, I see.
it forces the Overflow, but yeah, of course the new ruling is not helping for Christian, so you now have to do everything ahead, I'd say.
Yeah, very interesting. So he does opt to go into the Injectron. So yes, you could be correct on Aankara, where he potentially is looking to force out that overflow now as opposed to later.
Yep.
And taking a look here. Yeah, he did already get off his normal summon. One more additional set. And Injectron did resolve, so now he can just swing the Cyber Dragon and another mon.
I mean, he can also just keep the overflow for like back rows, right? That's something he can do as well. Thing is now, yeah, the monsters are going to the graveyard, which doesn't matter. Because anyway, you're banishing them. The question now is more like, what is this delay exactly? Does he want to, okay, he just wants to Karibo a Matrix. So I have ideas in mind, and I could understand why he's doing this, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
I understand he doesn't attack the monster in attack, because he doesn't want... I mean, well, the prototype was already used, so...
Here to use the effect of Cyber Style, so essentially if he was looking for damage, I mean, it wouldn't matter here, because essentially that's done. So if anything, if you swung over the actual Cyber usage of cards like CC...
The overflow being used, that makes sense.
So I mean, it's not Cyber now, yeah, but even then, still...
I mean, there is one factor though that I just realized, is that it actually makes sense to not attack the core to be safe, because let's say you attack core and then your opponent uses overflow to the two others, you end up in a situation when your opponent has monsters and you don't, so you can banish core from the grave to special summon a Cyber Dragon, which is the effect that nobody uses because it never happens. But this actually makes sense from Gift, because he cannot push for lethal, and he can clearly do 3000 in one turn if he wants to, so he was just playing around that, I'm assuming. But hey, there is this card in this deck, yes!
Oh wow, for the first time we're finally seeing the Cyberlord Fusion come out. It looks like he's going to bring up the Rampage here. So Rampage will be able to destroy that back row. Probably going to be an impact, I would assume. Wait, no, actually two impacts already used.
It's the two SSAs that were dead anyway, so...
Yeah, so nothing real effective got up there, unfortunately. So, I wonder... He can special summon... Is that a concentrating current? Wait,
no,
wait, what?
It's a scoop.
Oof, okay.
Yeah, it is, because he couldn't summon anything bigger. Because of the overflow, bringing him to grave. Couldn't do anything. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a rip.
I'm not, I think it's not a time limit. This one was just a scoop, like, can't do anything, bye. This kind of scoop.
Yeah, I'll check it out, so.
I won't comment, Egg. You do you. I do me.
I love that Egg is back with the memes, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, this matchup is bad. Anyway, like that's a definite factor. Like, and now we have the lead back to Bricks and Potatoes, 6-5, but counter peaking, so potentially coming back.
Yeah. Both teams currently still with one repeat also in the halfway mark here right now, so hopefully we can get some real usage out of it. But nonetheless, really hoping that I don't know how to pronounce their name, I'm sorry. RAFFLESIA? I feel bad.
RAFFLESIA, yeah.
RAFFLESIA, okay, hopefully I wasn't mispronouncing that. They have a counter for Chris rounds.
Yeah, just hoping they have anything with Necro Valley in it. Like,
yeah.
Please. Oops.
honestly.
Mistake though.
And I took a look here. It looks like yeah, he did time out. He didn't even scoop. So it looks like he actually
It did time out.
Yes, he timed out.
So
Timed out.
was there an out? Was it like a current? But anyway, it wasn't gonna be a win.
It wasn't lethal, but it was a timeout. So
How did you time out? Okay.
yeah, this is Mocha Yikes, man. But
But
looks
this
like
is
we're
far from
seeing
over though.
Dark Magicians coming out versus Crystons.
Yes.
I think this.
Yes and no, I'd say. Like, I of course Dark Magician going first, we all know, but if Dark Magician doesn't go first, I don't really like. I mean, as a Christian player, if I go first against Dark Magician, I'm pretty cool.
Yeah, no. The thing with Dark Magician is, if you're going in with it, okay, starting out with Curtains is gonna banish the Umi clearly. So with Dark Magician, I could understand if you. So people are typically running Kaiku. I know for me, honestly, what I've been like side decking in some like decks and formats when I do play DM is Sorcerer, which is pretty nice because you could be able to like if your opponent has like a Citri on board, you could like enter Navi and then just banish what they have there. So like their Citri essentially could be like dead. But even then, they're able to recover relatively well with cards like Impact and whatnot. So the matchup really is oomph. Like it has moments where you could see that it could be considered the counter, but in all honesty, I think it's more reliant on like your opponent. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I mean here it's a really good turn one though in this specific matchup because you go Dark Magician Curtain with a circle. So you banish the Umi, so there is no more SSA, which is annoying in the matchup. And 2 sets could mean navigation, potentially, with like another DM in hand, or like a combo maybe to get the navigation to work. And then it's a good setup, because you also have the normal token resists, meaning that basically C3 play is a no-go. If you want to do anything, it's a Ryan play, so you have to banish the card, so it's not as good. And SSA is dead, so Gift has a lot less options right now.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean it has none.
Yeah. It is relatively still kind of good for Elthar 38, or Elthar 38 in this regard, because he does have no Mortal's Life, which is good, which really can help to shut down the graveyard. So I guess we don't really know how strong Elthar 38's hand is gonna be until we see Gifts plays.
Oh my god, I only read the chat now. Back in 2017 is this DLPT. In this DLPT stream. Yes, welcome to a new DLPT Duel Links Pro tournament. Next week will be the Duel Links Pro ranking update by Taha. Nope. Other good old days.
Oh, that really is a fossil, bro.
Yep. To this day, we're still one of the few Discords bothering to make rules in Chinese and Japanese.
Honestly.
I'll only say this.
So it looks like he did have the self, which was nice, so he's able to banish his Smacker, get that impact. And he's able to discard that Divester also, so he'll be able to get that free +1. Which should be real clean too.
Yeah, Verlin reap DLPT, but I guess Duel Links Pro Tournament was there for one thing, right? It was to start the whole tournament scene community when like not many people except Duel Links meta was there. And now look, we have Team Wars. We have WLM, we have DLE, Duel Links Entertainment, we have Pharaohs, we have everything. DLPT has done its job. I say the work is done.
The community's lit now, dude. It's lit. I love it. There's literally a tournament almost every single day, like from the big ones to the small ones. Like there's so many events to get into.
Yep, definitely. I mean, there are so many.
Wait, Brianna. Wait, what?
Yeah, well that's the solution to these problems. Yeah, he runs Brionac, which is gift things, right? But he does do that.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've thought about it because, in all honesty, insect value considering how the new ruling here, but nonetheless, I mean, running Insectron and
What the-
Brionic,
What?
just send it all, full send. Wait, did he?
Oh god, it's missing timing.
Yes. Why? No. Wait, maybe he.
No, there's no maybe. Oh well,
No,
yeah, okay, there's one maybe.
Illusion. Yeah, like
Yeah, there's
illusion
one maybe.
potentially. But yeah, there it is. Okay, illusion. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Okay. Let's
That
not
was
worry
so
about this. I mean, maybe the other one was not a navigation and this was just an optimal play, but if this was navigation... ah!
Oh my god.
I'm assuming this was not a navigation, right? Because if it was a navigation, you would just use it, like, as soon as Brionic hits the board, you go with the spell that we saw, Illusion Magic, you draw 2 other Dark Magician, you go navigation, you banish Brionic, everybody's happy, there's no normal summon and everything.
And
But
there's
goddamn
the
this
we talked about
navigation.
earlier. So I mean, we know that sets an impact also. So CC's gonna come out right now. So he's probably just gonna bring out like the Smiger or Divester, one of the two. It doesn't really matter here, honestly. Yeah, just target the Divester. And if I recall correctly, yeah, there's a DM in the graveyard. So illusion. Oh no. Yeah, illusion's effect should pop off right now. And then taking a look, I mean, he can stop it with the impact because it's targeted. But even then, it's pretty yikes, dude.
Yep.
But dude, that illusion was huge, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they actually, Andy was, they read the back row correctly, so there was a really nice play here from the team from BNP, because they saw a delay saying it was one of the back row was a Cosmic Cyclone, which makes sense. But
Fantastic read as always, but nonetheless, Dark Magician doing it, man.
yep.
But
Yep. I mean, the turn 1 is a big advantage definitely in this matchup, but the save with Illusion was pretty crazy.
dude, that was insane. That was actually super hype, man. So I mean, great job from Elthor.
Yep.
Being able to protect himself and play through all of that, and great job from Gift and the rest of BNP, able to make those proper reads and doing the best they could in that.
Well, I'm actually wondering, and question for you in the chat, are you actually able to say if it's an Illusion Magic or Cosmic Cyclone? Because both have the same triggers. As long as you have a monster on the field, Illusion Magic can happen at the same time as Cosmic Cyclones. If I'm correct, as we go into the second game. The next game. In my opinion, you cannot differentiate both.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
So XR just
But nonetheless, I mean, Gift was able to do very well with that streak,
Yeah.
man, going
Oh,
4 and
for
2
sure.
here. Wait, we're seeing Yusei come out. So, are we seeing level duplication Shiranui?
could be
And
6 Tad binds. Here it comes.
no, only DD level 21 plays that.
Yeah.
I think he's him last 6 Sam players that I know of.
Oh, okay. They mean his draw phase and Umi's on the field. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
It's level tuning. Yep.
level 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course,
so
if they
gross.
meant right away at the start when there was just Umi and their draw phase, of course, there it's a CC 1000%. So that's a cool hint. Okay, then I understand. Oh, pff. Well, whatever that is, we're gonna see it. Tornado. Oh.
navigation gonna? If we're seeing the Truanid, I mean,
Navigation anyway gonna pop because you want salmon monsters.
wait, do you think? Because you say, wait, does you say half ties? Remind me, I believe he does, correct?
Hmm. Could be ties, but
Yeah, I mean, it'd be different, I guess.
heroes, tided binds. I mean, I'm ready for anything right now because
Yeah,
if it's Shiranui, you don't run Trinade. So
yeah, you can't because of limiting. Yeah. What's it called? What's it called? So now that we have the Kaiku, we know that if he is printing heroes, we know that some cards essentially could be rather dead, like the Vion, because he can't get off the malicious here. So
Here
it
we
is
go,
heroes, yeah.
heroes.
So I want to see how he fights through this, potentially for the OTK, if he has it, of course.
well, the only thing is he's able to basically do everything. Only part he cannot do is the Vion banishing a monster for polymerization, which is a big thing. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but if he has polymerization in hand, it's fine.
Yeah,
Discarding plasma, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, makes sense in this matchup.
yeah. If he has the poly, that could be really, really tough here because he could just straight up go like, he could do a lot of things. He could do adoration. He could do like a Trinity Crush, and I mean, he could do a lot of things. And the
Yeah.
big key thing I think that's gonna really matter is the fact that he is not normal summon.
Yeah, no, of
Well,
course.
summon, but
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, of course, to answer the chat, of course, melee effect as well, and the celestial and anything. But what I meant is in the usual OTK combo, the problem that he has is the poly, because he can send to the grave, which is what we're gonna see now. Tided binds. One push. And mass
wisdom
change.
change.
Yep.
Nice.
Thank you.
So
This
he
was a
can-
nice game. Thank you.
Yeah, that was very good. 'Cause now he'll
Yep.
get that free search. He can still poke for 13 and then 28 for lethal. Very, very good plays here.
Yep. Who needs to draw poly when you have mass change, right?
Yeah, no, fantastic job on when it comes to that.
Yep. Nothing could be done on the side of gift here. Oh, of gift.
Mm.
Sorry, I'll add
Not-
more.
Yeah, Alpha. In the end, the hero always wins, man.
Yeah.
Or so in anime. I don't know, but
True. We'll see.
yeah.
Maybe we're going to see a win streak and that's it. But wait. Made the mistake. Opposite. Up. But now is it taking this game? And let's go again.
Going right in it. Dude, this is a very close game coming from
Yeah, definitely.
RAFFLESIA and Bricks and Potatoes, man.
Yeah. No, it's cool to see that because Bricks and Potatoes has been like there for like, you know, years literally. But now it's cool to see like another team showing up. Like again, some players are from Wildcard Fighters, and it's basically originating from there. But still, being able to see new players joining these team and being able to stand, you know, fight toe to toe with Bricks and Potatoes, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Honestly, I love when I see new players honestly join the community and get involved
Yeah.
somehow. It's just so nice, and you can find a lot of hidden gems. Like I'm not gonna really shout anyone out in particular here, but I mean you guys can kind of make your own opinions. But there's definitely a lot of new guys who have come in who are just monsters, and you just love it. Wait, CC, can he just chain increase? Yeah. What?
Hold up.
No.
This is not
Wait,
the order.
no.
This is not the
No.
order.
Oh, now his back row is. Wait, Ritual Beast, what the?
Yeah, well, I guess.
What?
I mean, it would have been a cool deck with monsters.
Oh my.
But-
does he have Karibo question mark?
Is it enough? Big question mark. Answer no.
No. Why? Alright, well. Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah. Well, heroes wins, right?
heroes always win. Awesome.
Let's go 8-6.
Yeah.
8-6 now. This is god damn it. This
Yeah,
this
this
one was
is-
fast.
Yeah. I think now is the time, honestly. We know that they have one last repeat net left, but I think this is the time for RAFFLESIA to kind of take a step back and calm down and kind of recollect and regroup here, because essentially they're down to
The last player.
their last player, so they have to essentially make do with what they have. And hopefully you have something to stop heroes, as well as, I mean, 4 more decks, or yeah, 3 more decks in addition to heroes. So I don't know. It's a rough spot, especially being the anchor here.
Yeah.
And right now, I
is,
mean-
tough spot now.
Yeah. So nonetheless, not gonna count anyone out. We've seen reverse sweeps.
Yeah.
Like I mean, since we're
General
talking, yeah.
First match.
See, like you guys just did that, or even going back to last season with playoffs. One of the best games I personally seeing TZ versus Bricks and Potatoes. We saw that TZ had a very good lead. We saw that Sniffus was able to wrap it all up and bring it back to give them the win. So, I mean, those are just 2 great examples we can think of where the tide can really just shift if you just get the nuts, man. Alright, so it looks like Hay is gonna come right in versus. How do you pronounce his name? Is it Panacea or
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
wanna-
saying Panase, but like I have no
Panacea?
idea.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to like
When-
mispronounce it.
Because when I don't know, I just go for like something that would sound okay in English. Because otherwise I can just go like with like French saying, but to be honest, it sounds way less cooler.
Maybe.
Panaz. Yes, oh lovely. Like, just no. Hell no. Yeah, Disturbia, not doing that. And Christrons, oh!
Huh.
Why didn't you bring that in the
Interesting.
first place?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is, it was Bricks and Potatoes bringing you the XL. Makes sense. But, yeah. I mean, this is at least a good counter. This is something
that's
that works pretty great. The thing is, it is, I wouldn't say a good counter. I'd say it's a good deck, but Plasma.
Yes, Plasma is very big in this matchup. And in all honesty, we've not seen really many techs coming out from our hero players just yet. And one thing that really is very strong in this matchup to not only mass stage for the direct damage, but Chalice. And I've been seeing a lot of players tech that in. But I believe he's been kind of testing and playing it from side to side. So, I mean, we're seeing in the community how strong it is. And honestly, if we're going back to 2017, hockey direct damage with Chalice is always fun to see. So,
So we'll see, but like it's definitely not the best deck. What worries me is that Christrons like versus Plasma, it's a big problem. But that also means that most likely out of his 2 decks, this is the best against heroes. So the second one I really want to see what it is. If it's
Yeah.
that bad versus heroes.
dude, both players really. First round player definitely looking a lot better than the
Then via Noble
The-
Summon. Yeah.
yeah than our hero player, because initially I was a little thrown off because he had to dump the Rion, which honestly really sucks getting rid of your tuner that early. But I mean, that's a lot better than a turn 1 Vion normal summon.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the Malicious was sent to the grave, but not... Its effect wasn't used, so...
Yeah. So I guess my question is, does our hero, since he didn't thin out the deck, did he potentially have the other one in hand? And if that's the case, then why would he
the
not just...
polymerization as well? Does he have like everything in hand, like malicious double poly or something like this?
Yeah, he must really have like a super... Like, we're still in the battle phase, granted, but right now, I think he's just in a tough spot. But I mean, we've seen some pretty good plays from our hero players, so I'm not going to question anything just yet to say that he didn't do everything in his ability to make the optimal plays, but I don't know, time will tell.
Yep, but here it's a pretty decent situation. I mean, there are a lot of ways to push for 4,000 damage here.
Yeah.
For Haze.
Like,
Really bad
I'm
hand
seeing...
from Panasi.
Yeah, I'm seeing in chat... Oh, well, his turn ended. I was reading the chat here, like, people like Scorpion were saying double mass with Chalice one time. Let's go. That would have been super sick.
Yep, and so it goes to Haze now. We're still in a decent spot, like even a really good spot. Again, the main threat is Plasma. The rest is fine because you can just play around like Trinity, Adoration, the Ankies and everything. The main issue is just Plasma. And here, I think it will come with no surprise that we're gonna see the Quarion. We already had Ryan in Grave. That's usually the setup. When you see a Sylph effect sending a Ryan to the grave, you're like, oh. Like, that's usually what happens.
Oh, you love to see it.
By the way, still 0 normal summon.
Yeah, I know, dude. First round's really just such a super good deck. And I'm kind of glad that the community is making its way to realize just its impact. Normal.
Okay, that's...
Cat for lethal. Wait, this delay, is that coming from the Chris Round player? I would assume so, yes.
And GG from Haze taking this game and bringing it back to 8-7.
Great job, dude.
Well, the one thing,
more.
Yeah, the one thing though is that the last repeat is dead now. Officially dead. Because he already won a game, so...
Yeah.
You can only repeat when you're at like 0 duels and you lose your first duel.
Yeah, when you go 0-1, you can use that. Second game here.
Duel.
Wait, Shizu? Are we gonna see some more DM?
There will be a lot of DMs, but why not?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think Bricks potentially could be kind of just testing something. And our Chris Round player, he's going fast, man. He knows what to do here. He's just vibing out. And then after that, the Smiter effect to be able to get off that free impact. Dude, he's zooming.
Yeah, this is pretty fine actually. Like Christians, when Christians go first, they're fine against a lot of decks. Except like probably like Thunder Dragons and a hero going Plasma. Okay, Cosmic Cyclone, this is though is super annoying. Because now he needs to use C3. Otherwise it gets banished. But now he has multiple options. Either he goes into a Matrix, which does nothing really because you won't have anything in the grave anymore to summon back, or he can Solve plus C3 and go into Samurai to basically save his banished monsters.
Yeah.
Save by banishing his monsters.
Yeah.
And I agree, yeah. CC on draw phase would have been, or standby would have been better.
Yeah.
Because it would have clogged the field. if he was to use it, and otherwise you would just no mortal, making C3 dead. So yeah, it is annoying to not have CC in draw phase.
Yeah. And now, I mean, he only has one card in the graveyard, so it's not like no mortals is really anything here. And now he can get rid of even the Smiger at Bastard.
Yeah.
So then Smiger will be nice to get off the second impact if he doesn't have it already in hand. But
and I agree with Tom in the chat. Probably top deck the CC and didn't have time to, you know, toggle on.
yeah.
It's something that we repeat, right? Like, no matter what the situation is, toggle on in draw phase versus Crystron. Do it. Just, there might be an outcome you don't think of that's gonna come out of your top deck.
Mhm. So now.
Yeah,
So
go ahead, go. We have the perfect timing. We start talking at the same time. Go ahead, man.
we work with one brain, I swear.
Yeah, definitely do.
With 3 cards in the back row here, I'm really curious to see what we see coming from our We've seen so many comments in the chat today saying that literally Shiranui just played perfect back row. So we could potentially see some more Fiendishes come out, some Ballistas. I've seen Floodgate been becoming cut as of late from a lot of decks, but we have seen a few of it today, so potentially could see some more of that, but I don't know. Everything's speculation, of course.
It definitely is. I mean, it's complicated here because the back row is usually annoying to Christians because, like, for instance, the Findish Chain on a tuner is really annoying. You just have to wait for the tuner to activate its effect and chain it. This kind of back row, the Shiranui back row, is usually annoying.
Yeah, no. And I know that with the Samurai Destroyer right now, gonna be a little difficult. Potentially. Let me take a look here again, just to read off its effect. Yeah, so right now, with only the Bastard in the graveyard, coming from our Shiranui player, if he's able to get off no mortals once more during the next turn, essentially, he could comfortably get rid of that Samurai Destroyer, and we know how big that is in this matchup. So, I mean, Citron nonetheless will allow him to, like, recover the second one, but it'll just get banished in the end phase anyway, so definitely different, but we're seeing a lot of Thonkin come in here currently from our Shiranui player, because we do know that when then nothing can be activated.
Yeah. Oh, nothing.
And it goes, yeah, it went through clean. Nonetheless, I mean, there's only 100 damage, but still, level 8 is going to be pretty beefy. But again, Citri, Amatrix.
Well, the thing is, no mortals, right? Like,
yes.
And here he had the toggle on. We saw the delay in draw phase. Like, hold on, what? So yeah, now he's doing the delay thing. But the cool thing is, no mortal is just shutting down C3 like every single turn.
Yeah.
Pretty cool draw. Solitaire gonna allow a lot of plays here.
Oh man.
As you can see in the graveyard.
Yeah, we're gonna see a clean level 10 coming, I believe, correct? Because yeah, he'll go into.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, level 6, banish Solitaire, and going to level 8, level 10, or just going to level 8 immediately. I guess that works too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't want, of course, with the Sun Saga, you don't want to destroy the the Samurai Destroyer, because, like, I mean, or if you destroy him alone, sure. No, not even if you destroy him alone. What am I saying? No, don't.
Yeah, no, because the graveyard, it doesn't even matter.
Destroy it. Yeah, he has only skulls, but if you destroy him, he can come back himself. So, pointless. Thing is, you can though synchro level 10, destroy the 2 other cards, and then probably do combos.
Yeah.
Hashtag no coaching. He's gonna do that.
Yeah, that Solitaire was super big. So Impact is going to come out to bring the solve. So once Impact is destroyed, he can do a float, which is pretty decent. And the key thing here is that the Sun Saga does not target, which is also pretty lit. So he can essentially get... Wait, actually, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so now, to level 5, is he gonna... Okay.
I'm not sure about
'Cause
this play.
Well, it was good because if he destroyed the Sam Destroyer, he would have had a machine in the graveyard, so wouldn't the effective result? Yeah. So the play was okay, and now essentially Hayes does have good setup because now he can use that Divesting effect to target himself or another card, and then after that just like pop off and potentially get off maybe another Citrus or Rion.
Yeah, because now there are
Yeah.
machines in the grave, right? But and no more no mortal because now 2,600 life point for Hayes, so he can again do combos.
Yeah, and it's honestly really nice too because really good because look at the life points difference. It's only 300, so No Mortals essentially is dead right now. So now our Crystal players can really recover.
The problem is, the main problem that I see is the main out that you have as a Crystron to Sun Saga is Quarian, because putting the monster in defense doesn't do much. But 3 sets, I mean, can you really have a Quarian if like being summoned plus effect resolving through 3 sets of a Shiranui deck?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So I mentioned this earlier. I didn't know how popular it was anymore, but Floodgate coming right out. And I'm taking a look here. He already used the effect of the Divestor in the graveyard, so he can't use the one on the field now. And then
Ballista.
probably gonna hit that because now 35 minus 29 is, I believe that's lethal, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Hades. Can I just say, actually look at the artwork, it's actually pretty cool. I kind of like it.
Yep.
Clean, exact lethal.
Yeah. Yeah, summoning the scrap in offense was pretty scary.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie,
I think that summoning scrap was fine. What was not fine about it is the fact that he sent the Divestor and used its effect from the graveyard instead of using the one on the field. Because essentially he needed to keep that monster if he was going to comfortably attempt to go bring out that Rosenix. Because there's no way you were going to bring out 3 monsters comfortably with that many back row. Unless he, had 3. But even then, we already saw 1 revealed, so at most it was 2. And then we already know that they run so many variety of back row, you can't really rely on that. So.
And here we go down to the last deck from Hayes. Very, very last deck. This might be the win.
25 cards, looking like some P-Savers. 3 back row pass. Oof. And we know that as of late, well, not even as of late, honestly. I can't even say it's Shiranui, but majority of decks are already main decking so many Lancias. So seeing Shiranui right now, we know he's probably running at least between, between 2 and 3, essentially. But, I guess the real question is, who just opened the nuts more here? But Solitaire turn 1, special summon that Spectral Sword.
We go Shiranui then, of course, versus then Element Sabers with a big brick. Or sort of.
Yeah, I think since we know that the Shiranui player is running Ballista, a pointer! Huh. I'm a little curious to know as I mean, I guess it's okay keeping the CC. I'm just a little... just didn't use it.
Oh, the chain on the Alistair right away. No invocation for you, man.
We're seeing some delay. So we know he had a clash, so I think he was debating on if he wanted to chain the clash for here or not. It looks like he opted not to. I mean, it wouldn't really matter. I mean, it would came at the end phase
CC
anyway.
again. And the clash then being banished here.
Yeah. Huh.
And the CC coming back with the pointer.
Yeah.
Oh.
So another additional set here. Very, very interesting.
Slow plays, slow plays.
Yeah. Both players, no one really going on the aggressive. I know that typically if you open up a pointer, you're in a position to go for early lethal here, or early game typically. But right now, with that Invoker essentially being dead and just an additional set to know what this card on the far left is from our Shiranui player. Dude, that has to be a tuner. There's no way. Invocation.
Now. So the two monsters are Alistair and... Okay, so he's gonna CC, I guess, the invocation to not have a loop, which makes sense. But the invocation is still gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see a floodgate here.
Nice, using the solitaire on the other side. So this might actually be another Alistair face down. Oh, the floodgate, are we gonna see? No, okay. Just the floodgate, and that is it.
Yeah, no. So that was pretty good coming from our Shiranui player to be able to get through that. But could you imagine if, like... I mean, it's kind of ballsy to say this, or like, I guess you kind of have to do this, but could you imagine we saw our E-Saber player wait another turn? Like, so that set was a Lapulia, and then he just so happened to, like, just negate his one last flood? That would have been bonkers, man.
Yeah, that would have been definitely here. Oh, a solitaire, which is a nice draw, but you just want to go into a synchro, of course. Not happening, floodgate. Oh my god, the...
Dude!
Isn't this, like...
He's gonna get decked out.
Yeah. I mean, if there is no Ballista squad, this is deck out.
Yeah, no. And the thing is, Ballista or not, essentially, it's like... He does have a Ballista set, so he can do something more comfortable, but letting E-Sabers built up like that, I mean, you know he's running another invocation, dude. He could comfortably go for another push if he felt like it. And it was a set lap, too.
Yep, it was, but like, now I mean, if he's 1000% sure he has lethal, then sure, go for it, but...
He most likely flipped with the Lapool case here before really committing to the board, which there is a floodgate. And with this delay here, there is an E-Saber in hand. He's going to reveal it right now, sending the water.
Yep, Nalo in the grave. Thing is, now he's really allowing Panaza to unclog himself, because let's say there is no Ballista squad right now. This allows Panaza to set Ballista squad, so... I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure, like, because let's say, I mean, the Element Saber player, Hayes, has a lot of back row right now. He has a lot of defense, right? So, do you really need to commit to anything? Can't you just try the deck out win condition, which is a win condition as any other? And if your opponent, some way, thanks to Ballista Squad or something, unclogs himself, basically survive a turn, because Shiranui doesn't really OTK and through like 2 phase down, 3 monsters in defense or whatever, and then try to push. Because here, he's just... I don't know.
So, looks like what he's looking to do is he got rid of the tuners, and since there are no level 4s in the graveyard, he can't
Yeah.
Ballista just got so much more value here. Like, although he can negate with the Lapulia, he still has that one other back row. And we saw this earlier. I highly doubt that the Shiryu player is playing it, but if we do see something like a spirit, really depends and kind of shows which one do you value more. Do you value the negates more, or do you value the flips more here?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a saber in hand. He can't use the field spell more than once.
Yeah, definitely. But the other thing also is, I mean, Ballista Squad, we have to keep in mind that the tributing is a cost. So La Paola will negate this. So if he has Ballista Squad, he can totally, like, summon a thing, tribute it, and then synchro from grave with the Spectral Sword. Whether or not the La Paola can negate it won't change anything. So that's the tough part. Of course, you can save your back row, which is cool, and like I said, you can probably delay here. I don't think a Shiranui deck can OTK through this board, but
yeah, that's kind of oof. Because now essentially, what he can do is he can flip down the lap, which is fine.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
So let's see if he actually chooses the Lapulia, because I feel like he's gonna pick the Squire for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, I just feel that. I hope I just didn't coach right there. But... okay,
Yeah.
alright. Maybe I did coach, I don't know. I mean, no mortals will be...
Fiendish.
Shame. And the field spell can't even be used right now. Pretty sick. So that's gonna be 700 right there.
Now the thing that I really don't get is why he unclogged him. Because really, the Ballista, there was no Ballista face down. It's a guarantee. Like, there was nothing here to Ballista, or because he would have done it. So by doing stuff, basically it allowed him to floodgate, and not only floodgate but use the rest, and then unclog his monster as well. So now it's opening plays for the Shiranui player. Not saying he's gonna win, of course, but still, I don't think there was any way for the Shiranui player to come back. This could be a Ballista Squad, and this could unclog the whole situation.
100%. There's no way. Because essentially, if that wasn't a Ballista and that was any other trap, like a Floodgate or something, essentially, unless he, to be blunt, unless he really doesn't respect his opponent and doesn't believe he's gonna play here, essentially that's just a dead back row. So that has to be Ballista.
And just passing from his... I mean, we're getting down to 6 cards, right? And there are still 2 back rows on the other side, but the lethal is so easy here, like, in some situations.
Yeah, so I'm seeing that there's 3 A-Sabers currently in the graveyard. None are banished, and we have 1 on board. So right now, essentially, our elements, our element here, our element saber player or E-Saber player currently probably only has like 1 to 2 more flips. But Kazuki off the top is gonna allow him to make some real big plays here. And it went through successfully, no fiendish, nothing, dude. So although, yeah, he's clogged, he can just crash into that Malehu, and then next turn he has some pretty decent follow-up.
Well, the thing is, if I'm correct, because he only has 2 of the tuner and he can only use the effect once, I don't think there is a way for him to, like, go on to level 8 in 1 turn. Like, at best, he can do level 6, whichever he wants of the level 6 from grave, of course, but he cannot go into the level into the Shogun. Well, of course not since Saga, but
here's what I'm predicting. He's gonna cost me the field spell.
Oh yeah, so Malehu goes down.
Damage. Yeah, so he takes 200.
Well, I mean, he takes less damage, but takes 1,000. So
yeah. So
it's not.
Now that we know that was a CC down there instead of a Ballista, now I think that's also pretty bad, because I think he sent the Squire in the sense that his hand was pretty unfortunate, and he probably has like a Solitaire in hand, and maybe was looking to get that draw 1, and then after that dump a Solitaire to hope for a follow-up next turn, potentially. But Now he's just
So
oof, because like unless it's a Lancia in hand or he top decks a Lancia, his opponent one invocation play with the Alistair is just GG, bro. So
no Alistair. Okay, now at least he's unclogged a bit, right? Now he can go for plays, but he's down to 5, soon 4 cards in his deck. And now here we go for the Spectral Sword plays.
yeah,
Oh god, you even want to draw more? Don't. What? No.
yeah. Taking a look, all 3 CCs are gone. Good. So are his Balistas at the bottom of the deck, dude? He activated the effect of Squires too.
Yeah. Void Trapple.
That's one shutdown.
Yeah, but it's still there's another tuner in the grave. Now set.
You can only activate once per turn.
Yeah, of course.
So his follow up will be a level 8, and then he can banish the Solitaire and go into a level 10. The question is, does he go into a level 10? And if so, can he do it successfully?
Oh, finally. They were
Oh,
really
wow.
at the very bottom, but here they are.
In all honesty, dude, it sucks to say this, but with 3 back row, the Ballista came way too late.
Yeah.
So what does the Ballista really do here, essentially? Because you're out of
Getting rid of a
CCs,
Fiendish Chain.
your Ballistas are at the bottom, and you can't activate it this turn. So unless that man can get off a level 10 and pop both back row successfully, which I highly doubt he can, I don't know.
Because it's,
Like
it's
that-
likely that this effect is not gonna go through. I mean,
Yeah.
not this one because this is a cost, so won't change much, right? Okay, Floodgate, that's
Floodgate.
really cool. Yeah, this is just
Okay.
preventing everything. I mean,
Yeah, so
partly everything because
he
yeah.
can bring back essentially any samurai Shiranui monster. So like honestly,
Does he still have?
let me take one. Yeah.
What? Why? Why this one?
Yeah, he could have brought back, honestly, unless it's another Ballista, he could have brought back the Samurai Saga, I
Yep.
believe, and could have started to swing and go for like a beatdown, and then I don't know. He just, I'm pretty sure he just decks out at this point.
2 cards, and then yeah, and I mean, look at Hayes. He's just chilling right there. He's not doing anything. He might even have Alistair. He's like, nope, not doing it, not using it, not doing anything, not playing this game, just end phasing.
Yeah, like
No, but it's a good
this
play.
game. Yeah, this game overall was very strange to say. Like, nonetheless, I really don't see any outs for our Shiranui player. Again, the Ballista is going to come out. I think it's just unfortunate the Ballistas came out so
Yeah.
late. But it's like,
Invocations, oh yeah. Well, I'm telling you, he's just setting stuff. He's like, I'm not playing this game anymore.
and what sucks is if you take a look, that's the...
Yeah.
So, of course, he scoops it. We know Heis was going to win that. But that was the second invocation he had. So, essentially, he just willingly threw away that card, knowing he had no more... no more fusion summons coming out.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the right term here, but is that what you guys call BM, bro? Or I don't know what that is.
No, I guess, I mean, it was also bait, like, I'm gonna set one more thing if they Ballista, right? They Ballista nothing, so I get my all that 2 cards, so... But, god damn it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna see Andy. He
Oh,
didn't wake up
sheesh.
for nothing.
Alright. Andy's saying, coming in hot, you all know, boys. I'm gonna be like you, Aankara. Shout out to the 190 people here, dude. This is insane. We peaked at 194 earlier.
That's cool. Can we get 200 just before the end, right? Because
Yeah.
now it's Andy, so he's gonna try to make this fast. He wants to go back to sleep. It was too early for him. Let's go. And you know who he is, right? So we'll see, but this is far from over. I mean, can clearly go both ways because Andy might not have a good dex versus this. We don't know.
Yeah, this could be very different.
Oh god, SSA. SSA Cristrons. Here we go.
The Western and the Solve, probably gonna use Solve effect.
And there are 5 cards.
If he has a
in hand.
Smiger, that'd be so lit. Oh, he does have the
has a
Smiger, dude.
Does he has also the whale? Because you're really good. You're really good against Element Saber with this deck. I mean, it's an amazing deck against Element Saber. First, Element Saber does not have Cosmic Cyclone, so your Umi is chilling there. Second, like SSA is so annoying for this because the only thing is basically like a Cocytus. That's the only thing, and even this is not that big of an issue.
Yeah, Cocytus means like nothing, literally because of impact, in the sense of that impact literally will allow you to just put it to 0, and then you're like, oof. Like, if you're going against really the Crystron matchup overall, ideally the thing that you have is like a turn 1 Kaliga, in my opinion, is because you see how many effects they use just within their first turn, or any of their turns really, so Kaliga just helps out so much, but looks like we were not able to see that, unfortunately, so it's just going to kind of be like a bunch of flips going forward, but...
Okay, so the Moleu effect being used to flip the C3 down.
Yeah, and we didn't see that whale either, and like you just mentioned, that whale is super strong, dude. Literally the fact that you can continue to just banish everything off the field, get destroyed in the start of the damage step. Dude, this is so beefy, bro.
And here we go, C3 back face up, and now he can whale potentially while activating C3. God, definitely doesn't want this C3 face up, so it's gonna back go back face down.
Yeah. 2, 3, 5, 7. So Paracertal gonna bring out another Citrus, so he could go into a level 5 Synchro here if he wanted for that Amatrix. I guess my question is...
He has multiple options here, depending also, well, we probably know the back row, right? Because it was search, but he has a lot of options still. I mean, 5 cards in hand for Cristrons, it's like nuclear codes right there. Okay, fuck it.
Yeah. Oh my...
Oof.
Wait. He just went for everything. Yo!
Nice.
3
not
Rions.
nice.
1... Dude. That sucks.
I mean, if someone here wants to go for Quarren Gundrax, he has what he needs in the hand. Like, this is a fact.
Oh my goodness.
Especially with Pressure in the graveyard.
Oh my gosh.
And this is game actually, because on the next turn you just go like...
You literally go Purgatrio.
Yeah.
He has no floats, and his impact means nothing.
So the big question is Andy gonna replay this? In my opinion, he does.
I would, because that hand was beyond unideal. Like, there's no way that you can...
Andy,
if you open that twice...
Literally, Andy said it himself in the chat. Like, it's just like, repeat. Like,
Andy, essentially, it's like, he took his hands, shoved them in a pile of dirt, and just started clapping, because the hands were trash, dude. Like, that was so bad. He played through it so well, but still, he had nothing he could have done in that position.
And let's see, it's down to 9-9, guys. What a match. We are about above 200 people to notice this match. More than 200 people. Awesome, guys. Thank you for us, but thank you for Team Wars as well, for all the ref organizers and all the people in the back making this possible. Thanks a lot for being so many to watch this. And what a match. I mean, 9-9, right? As soon as I've updated everything, of course, but goddamn.
Dude, you love to see it. Thank you for everyone coming to our 2017 Team Wars match with the OG casting. But this is a great way to end it off, man. BNP in the brand new reformed RCF RAFFLESIA ID.
Yeah, because no matter what happens, I mean, this is a really good showing from RCF, like old RCF, RAFFLESIA now. I'm like, no matter, of course you want to win, but this is a really good showing for a new team that has like new motivation, new players, new roster, new everything. It's really, really cool. But this though, this is a good start for Andy Tseng. SSA plus C3 plus everything. That's a good combo.
Yeah, no.
Because oh god, we're gonna see the best combo on Earth. C3 special summon Christian Sulfafnir chaining SSA. This way Sulfafnir doesn't leave the field and stays. This is next level SSA plays. This is one thing that you really need to know because it allows you to go through so many stuff. If you play against heroes, you can actually dodge plasma effect with this. I mean, it's an awesome play. A really, really awesome play that you need to know when you play SSA Christian. And here goes for the perfect thing because Ametrix and Sulfafnir are both protected by the SSA. They can destroy by SSA effect, and not only the whale.
Yeah, no, it's really, really nice here. And we know that when sabers tend to set, really, we usually see like an invoker or something set. But no matter what it is, it's going to be destroyed at the beginning of the damage step. So essentially what we have right now is Smiger effect probably going to pop himself. Or, yeah, going to pop himself, of course, and just bring out whatever he feels like, whatever tuner. But he can comfortably now just like swing in with like the Amatrix and then do like a clean 18. And then since he has that constant banishing coming from the actual Seat's alt attack, and he's in a pretty clean spot.
Yeah.
And since again he can keep banishing, he can make real use of that Rion too.
Definitely. And we're seeing the appointer of the Red Lotus here, but the SSA is still there, and that's an issue. We're gonna see the hand, okay, which is a decent hand here. I mean, Ryan and Rosenix, sure.
So
the thing is here, SSA can just allow him to go again onto a synchro whenever he wants, so it's complicated.
Yeah, and what sucks the most about this is he has 2 level 5s here. So literally, no matter what it is, he can go into Casitas, whatever, yeah. But
I mean,
I guess Casitas just sucks versus Impact because Impact will just put it to 0. So it's like,
it's on the
thing is he kind of just loses here. That's what really sucks here, dude. Like the 2 level 5s, he can't swing into it comfortably at all.
Well, like Casitas can. That's the only one that can. But
Casitas, but it won't even be lethal.
I don't know. That's far from that. And also there is the cool thing though is that he used Casitas and the Smiger. And that's really important to notice because Smiger cannot search for the impact anymore. So for now, Casitas is pretty safe. So this is a decent play from Hayes. Really, really good play actually.
Yeah. So definitely good there. So it looks like he is looking to get rid of that Amatrix, but again, the Seat's alt attack is going to activate to banish that Amatrix, and now that Rion is live to activate its effect. So now you just kind of choose what you opt to swing into, but I mean, it's going to seem... Oh!
He decided not to swing at all.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. I mean, because Sulfur just float, and then Rion would just synchro, but I mean... I guess not forcing it out as whatever. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, the field is pretty clogged right there. The only thing is if he draws into like a... what's it called? Into the trap, right? The Christian trap. He can combo with it. Like, he can SSA, special summon something, and then have the trap live and turn to Casitas to 0.
Yeah, so I guess what I really want to see here is the Element Saber player gonna play around is he gonna play around Impact? Like, we see another just additional set here, and looks like he opts to keep it in defense, so he must be confident that's not an Impact in there.
I mean, the Impact would still also, like, whatever you banish, right, with SSA won't come back, because you would Impact and have a monster instead of him. So it's not the most interesting play to do either, except if you really know you have lethal through everything else. The thing is, and I would say Andy is the good spot because...
Wait, what? He set the Invoker.
Yeah, that
The Invoker was
going
gonna get destroyed in the beginning of the damage step. You wouldn't get the Surge. Why?
Yeah. I mean... Truth be told, it's not that it matters that much because anyway, as long as SSA is on the field, and it's probably gonna be forever, only Cosidus can do stuff. Okay, we are gonna see it now.
It just
Solve
sucks because
and
like...
Hello!
Yeah.
Impact! And bringing back the same guy, right? Why not? I like this. Never mind, come back here.
Yeah, no. What he needed to do here was put that Cosidus in attack position and then keep that Alistair in hand. Because if he really cared about it, he could have protected it with the Invoker. And then after that, done like a recovery with a follow-up invocation if he had one. But now, it sucks to say, dude, the Cosidus is donezo.
Yeah, there are not many things. Like there's Clash, Current. Yeah, this of course won't do anything against Cosidus, and Clash is gonna save Cosidus here.
Nice. But granted, the impact isn't... Oh wait, no, he dodges the impact also. Yeah, nice.
But of course, banishing, bringing back to have his attack back.
Yeah.
So this is really a slow. Like, remember guys, this is 9-9, right? This is the end. Like, whoever wins this wins the whole war, guys. So the two players are playing this really slowly, really carefully. The win cons are pretty clear on both sides, right? That's one wants his Cosidus to stay alive, the other one wants to put him down to 0 defense and win through. As simple as this.
Yeah, so as long as our Element Saber player can fight through 2 impacts, he really could win here. So I guess my question is, he needs to be able to recover that Invoker from the graveyard. That's going to be the first thing. And then the next thing would be, does he have a way to deal with the second impact? So does he potentially have the second Clash in the deck? But if that's the case, then we know he's not running like Magelenica and whatnot. Which honestly is already kind of losing value as time goes on. But Pal is going to come out, which is really nice, going to give it a big boost.
Yep.
And he has the Malehu, so now he can comfortably start doing some flips. But I mean, again,
there's still
SSA is going to allow him for the banishing. Oh yes, Whale. Whale could be pretty big here because Whale can stop the targeting.
And still no Whale. Also, I'm wondering what is actually the true win con like for Hayes, because he has Cosidus, but then there is this SSA, right? If he has nothing to, basically, if he has nothing against the SSA, the only monster that can attack and do damage and potentially push for lethal is Cosidus. And the SSA will stay there, so he needs to attack with Cosidus and try to push through this board, but I mean, how do you do that?
Yeah. So second Seat's health attack coming out. So now he can get double banishes off to help clear his board a little bit more, which is fine. Because let me just reread it again. This is like, it's not once per turn. Yeah, it's not. Oh wait, no, it is once per turn. So that's per card though. It's just not like a hard one.
Hello impact here.
Oh, impact would be more. Targets the Amatrix. Amatrix can just banish itself. But yeah, of course, the impact is going to stop the targeting there from the Malehu. And now taking a look through the chat here, yes, no, you are correct. The the Casitas is bigger than the whale. So Andy was looking just to clear some room.
Oh, here we
Impact.
go. Christian impact. Putting the defense
Come
to
on.
0. Concentrating current or not. Fiendish chain gonna stop the
Fiendish.
attack. But he can bring back. It's not a big deal because he's just gonna bring back the metrics, the anything basically, the metrics or the Ryan that got targeted, and Ryan can do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Oh god,
That's-
these are top plays here. Of course the SSAs do not
Oh.
matter. But this is through. The Cositas is dead, and this, guys, is gonna be the end of this match. There is no way on Earth. I do not see an out.
Yeah, no, that was rough. Like, it kind of sucks to say, but essentially he needed a second chain if he wanted to do something here.
Declares light. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's so rough, bro.
Declares dark. Can't wait for the Declares wind. Mekaba. Whatever. Yeah, it would be fun. Mekaba would be fun. Levianeer. What?
Wait,
out.
what?
I'm out. This is awesome. This is awesome.
What the oh my god.
This is awesome.
Holy. Yo.
This is awesome, man. The thing is, it's still fine. Levianeer is not enough. I'm like excited by it, but Levianeer is not enough.
It's just so cool to see.
It's so cool to see, but I was like light dark, and then like cause I was like, is he just memeing? And I'm like, if you meme, you do divine. So I was like, Levianeer? Oh fuck. And when I think of that, I see it in the chat. I'm like, yeah, I'm not the only one.
It's just so cool. Oh my goodness.
It's actually a cool tech, but it doesn't do anything.
I know. I just wish it mattered so much. He literally just revealed for nothing.
Hi, we back, boys. Andy was like, okay.
He was like, cool tech question mark.
This was definitely his last resort. I don't see anything else. Getting rid of this one. And getting rid of the Levianeer. But it's actually a cool tech. I love the tech.
I
Oh
wanted
wait,
the
there is a
spice.
delay?
I thought this was like,
I'm not ready for anything. Okay, no.
yeah.
God damn it.
It sucks, dude. It just sucks because this was like,
This was
oh
bonkers.
man, dude, dude. Imagine if you won, dude. That would have been like clip, dude. I would have loved that clip. Play second Casitas Kappa. Second Casitas one time.
God, remember the time when there was no limitation on them?
I loved it. I loved it so much.
Yeah, don't say that out loud.
Oh yeah, I might get crucified once more.
You heard him in the chat. Cosmic likes Cositas at 3. What the?
Alright, so taking a look here. There really is nothing else
And
that can be
and
done.
it is over. He looked at his deck, he looked at his hand, he looked at his face down, he was like, yep, this is GG, and this is over, guys. This is over. 10-9.
Dude, nonetheless, I mean, overall, today's war has been something remarkable and something special. These were some good games going back and forth, and I mean, I'd want nothing less than to see a new team and clearly a well-established previous champion team going head-to-head back and forth to bring it up to a 10-9 score. So, bravo to both teams on that. But
Yeah, no, it was an awesome showing.
yeah, definitely. Nonetheless, big congrats to BNP for getting their first week W, man.
Yeah, and they came back a lot because we know with the DCDQ thing that happened, I mean, they were 2 decks down, and still managed to came back up, and congrats to that as well. Congrats to that. Congrats to the players. It was definitely definitely a big match, but they managed, I'd say, and they came out of top. That's it. So congrats to the players, to both teams, of course. Thanks to Yami, the referee of the match, for his awesome work. And thanks to all of you guys, of course, the more than 200 people who was there watching. I'm not sure of what we have, but there is a Team Wars match pretty soon coming up also on this channel. And there are many others all around. So I'm gonna let someone, of course, who has the moderator capacity, I'd say, and powers to host someone after this. But was fun to come back for this week, and I will definitely be back for more matches next week. You can be sure of that, and thanks a lot, Cosmic, of course, for joining me on this cast.
Dude, thanks for having me. Like, I really enjoy casting, but I mean, casting with you definitely is always way more fun, man. It's a remarkable thing to do, so thank you for even letting me join you, bro.
Anytime, man, anytime. Until next week, I guess. But it was cool. It was cool. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining. I'm just gonna, of course, let everyone go to their next match, because there are gonna be a lot of match for Team Wars this weekend, so be sure to tune in them, and be sure, of course, you see it in the chat, !Discord. Join the Discord, the Team Wars Discord, if you are interested. This will be all for us, and peace out.